year max. Very well played. Let's see. What else do we have? Hey, Jim, when will you start charging a small number of clones to be able to sit behind the glass during a show? Do you miss your studio audience? Victor in San Diego. My response to that would be never and hell no. But then again, everybody's got a price. Am I right, committee? Hey, listen, if there's some billionaires or 100 millionaires or just multimillionaires that want to come in here and throw down large to sit on the other end of the glass, I'll do that. But we're not doing it for free. We're not doing it for $10. Hell, for the right amount of money, I might let you sit across from me here on the desk.
$1 million.
By the way, for the right amount of money, I'd go to the other side of the glass, and you can go ahead and host the show. No, frankly, I don't miss the studio audience because, and I don't even feel badly saying this, my studio audience was whack. Because they didn't want to really be there, and they didn't know who I was. I mean, that was one of the weirdest things ever. And I'm out there dropping F-bombs on my Showtime show, and I find out it's some church group that they put on a bus that they brought in. And they looked mortified. So the answer is no, I do not miss. For the ones that get it done, Grainger is offering supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call or click Grainger.com or stop on by. That was fun. My thanks to Albie. Good job, Albie. Way to go.
Dude.
I thought you worked harder on that, but good job anyway. Ross Tucker, Eric Kendricks, the XR4 TI crew. See ya. We're out. Say, for the ones who get it done, Grainger is offering high-quality supplies and solutions for every single industry, as well as access to product specialists who have the knowledge and the experience to answer your toughest questions. Plus, their commitment to being your safety partner can help you keep your facility safe and your people even safer. So, call, click, Grainger.com, or just stop on by. Grainger.com.
O'Reilly. Does your vehicle have over 75,000 miles? Get maximum high-mileage engine protection with Syntec Full Synthetic High-Mileage Motor Oil exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec High Mileage and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $34.99. Limit supply. Ask for Syntec High Mileage at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Basketball season is Bud Light season. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to watch a game in person or a viewing party with friends, be sure to pick up or order some Bud Light and enjoy the game. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this basketball season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game, and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck. We'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You can even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over. They deliver. Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint. And no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CERTAPRO. CertaPro.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de Gloria.
Have you scanned your MVP card?
Breakfast was 3 eggs, scrambled light with grits and extra crispy bacon.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
I know, Clip, the people are looking for you to sprinkle your magic fairy dust on this whole thing and make it all better.
Let's get to that conversation now. Here is that.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a busy Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And due to Facebook issues, we are not on Facebook today, but you can find us on YouTube and be a part of the chat gang. Get your questions, comments in, and join us on what's going to be a fun, busy edition of Pirate Radio Live, because we have a lot going on today, including the introduction of a new offensive coordinator for East Carolina football. We met John David Baker earlier today. I had a chance to ask him some questions, and we'll hear his answers coming up on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Also, ECU basketball in action coming up at 4 o'clock, so we'll be watching that and updating you as the show goes on. We will talk college football playoff and see who's griping in here and see who thinks they made the right decision. I got that and a whole lot more coming up on this Monday. Brian Bailey will join us live from NG's Coliseum coming up around 4 o'clock. Jason Nichols will join us here in the Pirate Radio studios to talk all things football, ECU, and beyond. And we got Ellerby here to my left. The big dog is here, Shirley Rhodes, and Joey here as well on this Monday. And hello, everyone. Well, big show. A lot going on, Ellerby.
Clipper, I know you don't want to hear this, but you could do 6 hours today with all the information and content you have to get to the Pirate Nation.
And we're going to fit it all into 3.
Yes.
Coming up on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Chat gang, what's up?
Yes, Chandler has just actually left right as the show is coming on the air to make sure he makes it to Minges in time.
To catch his flight to Minges?
Yeah, he's hopefully he's got a red eye. So hopefully he'll get there in time for the 4 o'clock tip-off. East Carolina taking on Maryland Eastern Shore. A little bit of a tune-up, hopefully, for the Pirates before they begin their SEC schedule. South Carolina and Florida coming up next for East Carolina. The ECU women in action coming up tonight as well in Minges Coliseum. So a big day for basketball. And we've already been out at the athletic complex, Ellerby, getting to know John David Baker, the new offensive coordinator for the Pirates.
What were your impressions? I didn't get a chance to go to the press conference. I was tied up at another event. Give us your initial reaction to John David Baker.
Very confident young man. And I say young man, he is, I think, 33, I believe, years of age. And
he's not even a man yet. He's not 40.
That's correct. 7 years away from becoming a man. And we'll hear in his own words what he had to say about why he took the job, what kind of offense fans should expect. But I did like his confidence, and looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Who did he remind you of the most that has been at East Carolina before?
I mean, there was a little link in there just because of his age and his demeanor and his quiet confidence that he exuded. So I would throw him out first answer I came up with.
The one thing that stood out the most that you think he'll accomplish first, that will change East Carolina's offense?
Go getting a quarterback.
So they're on the hunt.
Yes, he did say that the quarterback could be right here on campus. It didn't rule that out, but said that quarterback's the number one priority, and the number one thing they need to go do is get a quarterback to lead this offense.
Yeah, I think he's spot on right there. So what about we had the tweet out yesterday. He's going to stay with Ole Miss and coach the bowl game. Was that addressed? And
yes, I asked him about that.
What'd he say?
Let's find out. This is cut number 5. What are the next few weeks like for you when it comes to recruiting for East Carolina and also coaching Ole Miss in their bowl game?
Yeah. So just to be really clear, I'm an East Carolina Pirate, and my whole focus is on the Pirates and going to make sure we go add the pieces that we need to go compete for a championship next year. That is my whole focus over the next few weeks up until signing day, and as the transfer portal stays open through December. So I'll be on the road, obviously going to see our commits, go see our kids as fast as possible, get in front of them so they know me and I know them. And then really the bowl game came down to just Coach Kiffin, he and I having a great relationship, but also every one of those kids in that tight end room at Ole Miss I recruited. And so I sat in their living rooms, with their parents in their homes and brought them to Ole Miss. And, when you sit down for a season, you ask those kids to commit for 12 months, let's go do something special. And so Coach Kiffin's been gracious enough to give me the opportunity to go finish that out with them at the appropriate time. But my whole focus is here on this program and making sure we're going to get the pieces that we need to go compete right now.
All right, so those were his comments on how he will be spending the next few weeks.
Sounds like he's going to be on the road. Doesn't really sound like he's going to be in Greenville or Oxford, but a lot of places in between, I guess. Obviously going to see the current commits and then trying to find a quarterback and whoever else he can find to help improve this East Carolina offense. And then the Ole Miss bowl game is, December 30th? So I think on your 40 bowls in 14 days, you printed out the 40 bowls in 14 days.
Got them right here.
I want to say they're in the Peach Bowl, right? Against, I can't think of there. I just scanned the bowl chart, but I thought it was December 30th. So he's got a lot of time to work here at East Carolina, or at least work on the road, as it'll be busy recruiting and portaling.
Ellerby,
did you miss that sheet?
I think I'm missing the sheet.
So it's just 30 bowls? What? This is just bad organization. We let Chandler leave for 2 minutes, and what happens? We fall apart.
Got it. Peach Bowl, Penn State versus Ole Miss.
Penn State and Ole Miss in Atlanta.
On the 30th. You are correct, sir. So there you go. We will dive into 40 bowls in 14 days, maybe today. What we will do today for show, I knew I forgot something off the top.
I was about to say the same thing.
The Pirate Radio Treasure Chest will be opening up for the first time today. We will do it in hour number 3, and we've got a ton of great prizes. So when you hear that chest open coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, we will get to the phone lines and have one lucky winner on this Monday.
Are we going to let Joey do the honors today of drawing the winner? I think we should let him. He's never been a part of the treasure chest. I think he should be able to pull the first prize out of the treasure chest today.
That's fine with me.
So it's a big, tall task, and I hope you can.
Joey's not a very tall guy.
Sounds like a wonderful honor. Hey, so what, are you short now? Because we're about the same height.
I don't know.
It's not about
Would you consider me a tall guy?
Regardless, that would be an honor to pull for the first treasure.
Well, just clear. I may have overstepped my boundaries with going over Shirley's head there, but Shirley's got all the prizes, and man, they are awesome. So your chance to be a winner on the Stations for Winners coming up in the big treasure chest. Remember, you can only win once during the month of December. We'll be doing it now through December 21st. And then also you got to be 21 or older because we have some adult beverages as some of the prizes.
I do have an update as well when it comes to the transfer portal. Got a bunch of new names to add to the list today. I'm keeping up with the master list of ECU players that have entered the transfer portal.
What's the total number?
3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 21.
21.
We are north of 20 right now. Quarterback, Mason Garcia. Running back, this is a new addition, Pop McKay, entering the portal. Wide receiver, Zion Agnew. Yet to see a tight end on the portal. Tight end is the only position we do not have for portal entry right now. Offensive line, we got a full offensive line, a full 5. Isaiah Foote, Grant Copeland, Elisha Samples, Amari Allen, and most recently, Richard Pierce. On the D-line, Jason Shuford and Xavier McIver. Linebacker, Trevon Hayes and Jamari Young. Defensive back, Tegan Wilk, Drew Doddard, and Ty Moss. Kicker, we added a new kicker today. Ty Moss, a new addition to the list today, too. Carson Smith, Ryan Capriotti, and Lath Margin, who was our kickoff specialist, has entered the transfer portal. So 3 kickers down. Andrew Conrad still here. I guess he is the guy next year. 1 punter, David Chapeau, and Chandler had to bolt to basketball to make sure he got there by the 4 o'clock tip-off. Brock Winstead, and we have a new long snapper that we need to ask Chandler about, Colby Garfield. I guess he was having a case of the Mondays, Ellerby, and decided to enter the portal.
Well, I think you can enter at any time. It's only
I was making a Garfield Mondays joke, but that's fine.
I completely missed it.
No problem.
It went over my head.
I know, that's fine. So you're right. You can enter anytime.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
I apologize for you not being funny.
There are people right now like pulled off the road laughing so hard after hearing that one, Ellerby.
I bet.
You just stepped all over.
Not only are their sides hurting, I mean, they're probably ripping their radio out and deciding to go a different route. But how about you remember MTV Spring Break when they used to do that? I think ESPN should do like the portal season and be like all the players that go in the portal should have to go to like an airport, and then planes could fly in and pick them up. Like they come, just kind of like a portal, like Big Brother.
Coaches have a name, like a sign with their name on it, like waiting at the car.
Or they just they walk in the runway or the airport or whatever, and they go, you, come with me. And then you see them get
on. You trying to, is this better than my Garfield line right now, what you're doing?
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to just create programming for the portal.
Okay.
So I mean, we would see like 21, instead of like, how they have the All-Star, games come to the Senior Bowl and all this other stuff where everybody's wearing ECU stuff. Like they take off their ECU jacket and they get a new jacket and they go walk on, or someone gets a new ECU jacket and comes on the ECU plane.
Great ideas.
Just some good programming.
A lot of folks talking about height now. Pike said, Clipper, I thought you were taller than you are. You're about my height, and I'm not tall.
How tall is Pike?
Jamie said, what is this, a show of little people? I'm a very lengthy 5'8". We run a short show.
Well, I won't give specifics, but we're both higher or taller than 5'8".
Well,
correct.
Well, how tall? You said y'all are the same height. Well, how tall are you? How tall do you list in your media guide?
I like to look at myself at 5'11".
That's where I've got myself on my media guide as well.
At 5'11"?
5'11". Documented on my identification.
Two 5'11s in here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Eric said...
Is that short?
No.
I wouldn't say that's short.
Well,
that's about
called,
average.
You called Joey short.
I did not. I said he's not a very tall man. I'm taller than
would
Joey.
Imply that
I'm taller than you.
We're going to go back to back at the break.
I'm taller than you. Eric said, damn, Joey, are you ever not offended? Great point, Eric.
I mean,
Joey is
you get
truly
called a little man, Eric, and then
Joey's truly of this generation. Everything offends him. He's got to go back at everybody.
I enjoyed the back and forth. Without back and forth, life is just boring.
That is true. Pike is 5'8". Pike, I am not 5'8", dude. You say I'm the same height as you? I'm not 5'8".
Clip is 3 more inches taller than you, Pike.
I've never been 5'8" in my life. I was born 5'10".
You had a growth spurt from like 5'5" to 5'11", right? You just woke up one day.
Mike P is 5'8". In high school, they listed him as 5'11", so that's what he goes by.
All right.
They gave you a whole 3 inches. That's crazy.
Well, Pike took off 3 inches from me. Off the top.
So did John David Baker win the press conference?
Yeah, he won.
He did? Was it a convincing win? Did he score a lot of points?
Yeah. It's funny to me that, people haven't been this excited about a hire, I would say, unanimously since Mike Houston, who a lot of folks want to run out of town now. I was, excited when we brought in Mike Houston. But it reminds me of that, and I try to remind people, hey,
don't get excited.
You can be excited, but I think if you're too overly excited about this or too, in the stinker about it, it's pointless. Let's see what happens.
Which gets back to expectations. I mean, the expectation, I think, and we heard John Gilbert say it in his press conference, is for this team to be in a bowl game in 2024. And so I think instead of having a press conference in December next year, it's all about on the Monday after the bowl announcements that East Carolina is promoting, hey, we're at the X Bowl this year.
Well, I did like this. So this is number 11, Shirley. He was asked if ECU having a strong defense played in his decision to come here, and let's hear what he said.
Yeah, full transparency, it was. It's knowing that they had pieces coming back on defense and what Coach Harrell and those guys were able to do last year, knowing that coming here, all we really need to do is fix the offense. I felt very confident in being able to do that, and that's why, when I talk to our kids later today, is making sure that gets conveyed to them. Like, this is not a 2-year plan. This is not a 3-year plan. We got 8 months to go get this thing right because we can go do something really special next season. And so making sure our guys understand that and have a sense of urgency about doing that.
So, Ellerby, you want a plan? You want what's the sales pitch? There it is. The sales pitch is we have an 8-win, 9-win defense. Now let's bring an offense in here and let the wins pile up.
So we get a 3 or 4 win offense. That's a perfect undefeated season, right?
Yeah. The goal, he said, this is not a long-term plan. This is hey, we've got 8 months to fix this thing.
Absolutely. I think that's the way 100% everybody is looking at this. And as I said, when the bowl selection show comes on next year, I think everybody will expect to hear East Carolina's name going to some bowl, or if not, there's going to be some different decisions probably had to be made. How was Mike Houston today? I saw he kind of introduced. We have a lot of great stuff on our social media. He obviously had a very stressful season. Things didn't go as planned for him. How was he as he's turning the page onto 2024?
Very confident about the hire that he made and the guy he brought in, and he made it clear because I asked him how hands-on he would be with this offense. And Mike Houston said this is John David Baker's offense. Shirley, hit Mike Houston cut 4.
It's his offense to run. I'm not going to call plays. My job is to support him and support our offensive coaches and support our players. And I'm going to make sure he has everything he needs to be successful at a very high level.
All right, so kind of like a rough Riley situation. This is John David Baker's offense, and what he says goes, I guess.
So does that answer the question of who's making the play? Because you had a lot of those questions. Who's really calling the plays?
JDB is running the show.
Right. If he calls,
direct snap to Rajay,
right,
that's him.
If it's a sideways pass up the middle, whatever, JDB.
What made Mike Houston land on John David Baker as the offensive coordinator and bring him in? This is cut 2, Shirley.
I don't think is necessarily one thing as much as just who he is as a complete person and coach. Some of the things that stood out from talking to the people that have been with him at multiple different stops, his work ethic, his character, his knowledge of what he's doing, all those stood out at every stop. I think he is viewed in the college football landscape as a rising star, a guy that, as he said, is prepared for this moment. And then it came down to, I think the style of play will fit us here for what I wanted to go to. And that's, I wanted to be much more aggressive, and I wanted something that was going to attract our fans and recruits. And so I think we got all of that with John David.
All right, Mike Houston, I don't know, kind of wiping his hands clean, I feel like, of the offense. Like of, I hired Donnie Kirkpatrick to be the guy on offense, and he wasn't getting it done, so now I'm bringing in this guy. I wonder how much previously he was involved in the offense.
Right. Well, I mean, not that everybody wants to look backwards at this point, but certainly going forward, and if there is a controversial play or a great play, I guess John David Baker gets the credit for it. If the offense is obviously flourishing and doing well, then that really means that, hey, look, this was a great hire. We brought in somebody that's innovative, creative, and more aggressive, as Mike Houston just said. If the offense is a lot of the same of what we saw last year, Clip, then when does Mike Houston step in and put his hands on the offense? If we're 4 or 5 games deep, and well,
you got to bring in some players too. I mean, it's
I know, but I'm still at some point they got to bring in players. But if you're 4 or 5 games in deep, and it's still, we're watching 10-7 ball games or other stuff like that, then you'll just have to wonder. But hopefully that's not the issue. Obviously, finding a quarterback is going to be key, but you're definitely going to need some more ingredients than just a quarterback.
Pike said, did Mike Houston seem taller today? A little bit. I think he grew an inch from the end of the season.
Was he over 5'11"?
I think so.
How tall do you think Mike Houston is? 6'1"?
6'1".
Oh, Joey's got what do you got, Joey? Oh, he's looking it up.
Tyler says, does JDB have BDE? I'm not going to address that.
6'1".
6'1".
Hey, how tall was JBD while we're talking about height?
He looked to be a 5'10" to me.
5'10". How tall do we think Donnie K was?
About a 5'8".
5'8", so maybe we gained a couple inches in height on offense. Maybe they'll be able to, I wonder, did anybody ask, because Donnie Kirkpatrick was in the press box, will JDB be on the sideline?
I don't know.
Yeah. John David Baker, what was your guesses?
I went 5'10".
Oh, Avalon Christian's got him at 6 foot.
Okay, so he's 5'10".
We're not thinking he shrunk since college.
Eric said nothing wrong with a 10-7 game as long as your team has 10 at the end. Agree or disagree?
I agree 100%. I'll take 12 10-7 games right now.
Yeah, but that is a bit of a misleading statement. We were trying to win 10-7 all last year, and we didn't. We need to try to not just score 10 points in a ball game.
I mean, would you trade seasons with Iowa?
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't exactly crushing it. They didn't even score in the championship game, but I mean, yeah.
But and there's still major issues with it.
Right.
I would want more wins, but hey, let's try to score more points. Let's not be in the game in the fourth quarter and say, well, we had a chance there at the end. Let's score in the second and third quarter. Let's put points on the board.
Gotcha. Heard it.
Mike Peace is going to be calling him TDB by game 3. Touchdown boy. Okay.
Touchdown boy.
JDB, TBD. TDB, I should say.
Is he going to be baking up some touchdowns this year?
Pike said Steve Logan says shorter quarterbacks are better than taller quarterbacks.
Oh. Would you rather have a 5'10" quarterback or a 6'5" quarterback?
6'5".
6'5".
Chad said it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog.
What about a 6'8" quarterback or a 5'8" quarterback?
5'8". 6'8's too tall. That guy's getting his leg snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got meat on his bones, or you got to give me weight though.
Nah,
weight
how tall?
It's like Chet Holmgren.
How tall?
Oh no!
How tall is Roethlisberger?
Yeah,
6'3".
6'3". He had to be taller than that.
4 or 5.
Joey's getting his Google work in today.
What was Peyton Manning? 6'5"?
He's probably a good 6'5".
Yeah. That's about my cap. Once you get
6'5".
the Brock Osweiler territory, you're too tall.
This is for college.
Ben
though.
Roethlisberger 6'5".
This is for college. You wouldn't take a 6'8" quarterback?
What division am I?
I mean, how good is he good? Is he better than what we had last year?
Peyton Manning 6'5".
I reckon I'll take him.
Just think of like 4th and inches. I mean, he just falls forward.
Sounds easy, right?
Sounds real easy.
Mike P said, is Logan that guy that snapped his fingers at Shirley?
Absolutely. That's when Shirley went by, hey, you.
The same one, Mike P. All right. Good stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, we got another press conference winner. Do you remember a guy losing a press conference? Anybody ever lost one?
I know Wes Moore left after one and never came back.
He was truly one and done.
Yeah, that I can't. I'm trying to think who was a big dud at their press conference. I can't remember one.
I don't either, and it doesn't mean that the success or lack of success, but he wasn't like over the top. He was a very normal, down to earth guy.
Right.
So
he didn't have a lot of flash. A lot of bells and whistles. He was just kind of like, you think he kind of fits the Mike Houston, hard-nosed, blue-collar sort of new offensive line guy, kind of like Blake Harrell. Are they similar? Or do you feel
both very laid back.
I mean, do you think he's driving a pickup truck or like a Lexus or Mercedes? Is he a pickup truck guy or is he more like a sports car?
That's a great question. I think he might be, he's coming from Lane, so maybe he's a little flashy.
He's down at Ole Miss in Oxford, SEC country.
Maybe he's got a nice sports car. I don't know.
Okay.
Good question, Ellerby. You're the good question, man.
Going back to that 6'8", I go with 6'8". Paxton Lynch and Mike Glennon are 6'7".
Who'd you say the first guy was? 6'8"?
Paxton Lynch.
Who was 6'8"?
He's 6'7".
Who's he?
Paxton Lynch.
Oh, okay. Was that the first guy you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paxton Lynch and Mike Glennon.
Yeah.
Mike Glennon is actually like 6'4", but his neck is 4 inches. Eric said, it's not the size of the dog in the bun, but the number of dogs in total. A quote by Wes Hines. Very, very wise words right there.
Very, very wise.
All right, let's take a break. Ellerby, thanks for hanging out.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you next time. Next week.
No, you won't.
I won't be here on Monday, but I'll be here on Tuesday.
You will be here during the week, but not next Monday.
Not next Monday. I
guess I'm going to have a bad case of the Mondays.
You could probably get somebody better than me at 3 o'clock.
Probably so. What's Hunter doing?
He has baseball workouts after school, but I'm sure you could probably twist his arm.
All right, we'll check in with him.
Get him on 40 bowls in 14 days.
Steve says, Ellerby, what are your top 5 jelly bean flavors? We are way out of season.
Yes, they won't come back. I think Easter's going to be in March next year, so let's
Ellerby says,
let's table that.
Jelly beans are only available during Easter season.
It's kind of like the peppermint milkshakes right now.
Not true at all.
Jelly beans right now.
Peppermint milkshakes are only available right now. Have you ever gone around? I mean, you can't get one of those in
You're right.
in June.
But you can get jelly beans in the hot.
You cannot find jelly beans right now. Look at your local grocery store. You cannot find a jelly bean in sight.
All right. You're not going to tell us the top 5?
No, it's not important right now because all I'll do is tease people. They'll get all worked up about trying to find a jelly bean.
But they can get the jelly bean.
You can go ahead and special order them, I guess.
We'll take a break. Come back. Hear more from Mike Houston, John David Baker. We got to talk college football playoff. How do we feel?
I'll talk about that.
Did you question? Did you throw away the predictions that we had before the college season?
Probably.
Oh man! All right, it's all good. Sorry.
I don't remember even doing it.
We did.
Okay. How did I do?
I'm pretty sure. Like I was trying to think back. I think you got 3 out of 4.
I'll take that.
None of us predicted.
Ellerby, did they make the right decision?
Yes. Because college football is a business and the college football playoff is a business. And so Texas and Alabama bring more eyeballs than Florida State. And look, the last thing I'll say, then I'll get out of here, is Florida State had bought into this system and the BCS system. So, and they got burned by the system that they've been a part of. So, so it to me, I was kind of laughing on the inside and not really feeling sorry for anybody.
I don't feel bad for anybody. Florida State, SMU, screw them. I don't care at all. I saw a lot of people yesterday like, poor SMU. Who cares?
Poor SMU.
Yeah, they're the opposite of poor.
Right. They're not taking TV money. They're going in the ACC. Florida State's probably going out. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just, hey, look, it was a tough day if you're a Florida State fan. But look, yet again, you bought into the system, and the system didn't work for you.
I disagree with it, but we'll talk more about it. More to go. Pirate Radio Live Monday after this.
The holiday tradition is back. It's the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater. The Nutcracker will be at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU December 9th and 10th. Saturday has a 2 p.m. matinee and a 7 p.m. evening show. Sunday has a 2 p.m. matinee. Get your tickets now by going online at tickets.ecu.edu. Proceeds from this event will benefit the Maynard Children's Hospital at ECU Health and Medical Center in Greenville. Celebrate the season with the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Shimmer Boutique has something for everyone in the family this holiday season. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer Boutique offers a wide variety of apparel for men's, women's, and youth, along with a huge selection of accessories and jewelry with the newest brand, Kendra Scott. Shimmer is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season, offering customizable embroidery and free gift wrapping. 'Tis the season to be jolly for easy holiday shopping at Shimmer Boutique. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for new items arriving daily, or place an order at shimmerboutiqueonline.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Looking for a comfortable mattress at a great price? Come by Farmers Home Furniture in Washington today and check out their wide selection of mattresses. Farmers Home Furniture has Serta mattresses and a variety of therapeutic mattresses and adjustable bases that can match with their wide selection of mattresses. Need financing? Farmers has 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day, same as cash, plus 12 and 24 months interest-free options. See sales consultant for details. Farmers Home Furniture, West 5th Street in Washington. Your new mattress is waiting for you.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips are everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Alrighty, back with you here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We have been busy today. Had a great edition of the Brian Bailey Show from 11 to noon. If you missed it, it'll re-air at 6, or you can check it out right now at your own leisure in a podcast or YouTube form as he talked to Coach Hud, former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson, who he certainly knows who I am. I don't think he knows my name. Back when I covered the team, when he was the defensive coordinator, he would call me Smokey. And I recently saw him in the hallway at an ECU game. And I heard, hey, media guy. And I looked, and it was Greg Hudson.
Oh, really?
And I gave him a handshake hug.
I just remember Coach Hud being a very intimidating looking guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
stone cold.
Stone cold, yeah. That is a great way to describe him.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like Stone Cold. He acts like him too. But I remember when we were trying to do you remember when Jeff was celebrating his 25th year? We were, this was when Skip Holtz was here and that entire staff. And my task was to get a surprise. We were going to put together an audio montage for Jeff of all these different people that Jeff had worked with over the years to congratulate him on 25 years. And one of my tasks was to get Coach Hud to say something to Jeff, and I was terrified. And there's very few people that scare me the most. It doesn't work, by the way. You can't block us out. You tried. But and I was almost visibly trembling, walking up to him because I was just so scared he was going to say something mean or whatever. And I just
said, a stunner.
Yeah. And I just said, Coach, I'm doing this little, explain to him what was going on. And he was like, oh, yeah. Why don't we step outside? So it's not so noisy. And he stepped out and he gave a great little, probably about a 30-second little speech that I recorded because they were both motorcycle guys. Coach Hud rode a motorcycle, and he would participate in Jeff's Ride with the Voice fundraiser that he would have every year. So hadn't seen him in a very long time, so it was really cool to see Coach Hud again today.
No doubt, and you can hear that whenever you would like on YouTube. It's coming up again at 6 o'clock. Tyler said, did y'all see the Corey Glore flubs on X? So during the Brian Bailey show, I saw it, and I never went back and actually watched it, so I need to check that out. Jamie says, glad we got UNCW when we did. Pretty crazy for them to beat Kentucky at Kentucky. Loved it. Yeah,
I saw that line. That was nuts.
Called a look-ahead game. UNCW just served up a lot of bricks and Minjies and saved their makes for Kentucky. So that was great. And hopefully that put Ken Watlington in a good enough mood where he'll come join us on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was kind of worried about all the trash we sent his way.
I didn't check when I saw the story, but was Kentucky ranked?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They were in the top. They weren't in the top 10, though, were they?
Maybe, or just outside.
Okay.
I don't recall.
For some reason, the number 12 is jumping out at me, but I don't know if that was their actual rank when they got beat.
While that was going on, I was in Minji's Coliseum. Lily and I went to the volleyball game on Saturday. Saw Jacob Jenkins Coward there. And Valentino Pinedo. So good to see ECU athletes out there supporting. It was a pretty good crowd. And East Carolina lost to a good Georgia Southern team. They were really good and knocked off the Pirates and eliminated them from the tournament.
Well, as disappointing as that was, congratulations to the team for not only having, a 20-win season, but also not only hosting their first postseason, I guess you could say, tournament game in program history, but getting their first program postseason win because they beat the Citadel on Friday in order to advance on Saturday. So congratulations, and that's something that Adler Augustine can build on, and he's got a lot of pieces still left over from this year's squad. So looking forward to next year. That's going to be a lot of fun. And Clip, I know you love brackets. Can I interest you in another volleyball bracket?
Mm-hmm.
This time in Division II.
Mm-hmm.
One Clarion University. It is out of, I think it's Pennsylvania. It's the western part of the Pennsylvania, I believe. Southern part, excuse me. One of my best friends from college, Jennifer Herron, is the coach for Clarion University's women's volleyball team, and they have advanced to the quarterfinals of the Division II NCAA tournament. They will play Thursday at 5 o'clock.
I got them in the Final Four in my bracket challenge.
Yeah, well, I know you love a bracket, so I figured I'd throw that out at you to see if you might have a vested interest. I do, because I do have a personal connection there. So first time I actually got to see her for the first time in 25 years a few months ago during the summer. So I actually got to see her after a very, very long, because she, up in Pennsylvania, I'm in North Carolina, so I rarely get to see her. But good luck to her and the Eagles of Clarion University.
Jamie says, I'm ready for Saturday NFL games. Would you rather have one more Saturday game and no Thursday game, or vice versa?
I'd rather have a Saturday game.
So does that start, this week, I guess?
Mm-hmm. No, wait. It starts next week, I think.
Let's see.
Don't quote me on that. I think it starts next week because we're carrying the games.
Yeah, it looks like nothing this week. Well, now that there's no college on, if I could make the rules, here's what I would do. I would have ECU football play their season from
Go ahead.
Right after baseball, so they'll play June, July, August, September. And then everybody else, all the other colleges, can play the regular football season. So I can watch football games on Saturday. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was glad to see the ECU season come to an end because it was a grind. But I was bummed out Saturday that there were not 40 college football games for me to watch. And there was only a select handful.
I was a little disappointed because I will tell you on Saturday, I had an unexpectedly busy day when I thought I was going to be able to sit home and watch football. Did not watch a stitch of an athletic event on Saturday, unfortunately.
Sunday,
and I was very upset.
I watched our Dolphins pick up a win. It's good to see.
Somebody explain to me why I can't watch a Commanders Dolphins game on local, whatever, when you have a game like what was on at the same time that I was watching it.
I was watching Red Zone, so I don't know what was on.
My brain is slowed down on me. It was a CBS game. What was it?
Patriots.
Panthers, Bucks.
Well, that was on at 4.
Yeah, that was on. No. Oh, okay. Fox had the doubleheader yesterday because they usually rotate. Fox had the doubleheader yesterday. CBS only had one game. That was the 4:00 game.
So that was Panthers Bucks?
Yes.
So CBS didn't have a game?
Right. They didn't have a game at 1 o'clock, but they should have carried the Dolphins Commanders game because I would have been more than thrilled to watch that.
Chad says Army-Navy game this Saturday. We'll have that for you on Pirate Radio, and then NFL starts the following weekend. That makes sense, Chad. Eric also says, with that being said, I've entered my name into the Treasure Chest portal. Yeah, by the way, you have to enter your name in for a chance to win. Just kidding. Well, we'll open
Slight
it up
rule
to
change.
everybody. Eric also says, will there be 40 bowls in 14 days coming soon? Coming very soon. Might debut that in hour 3 as well when Jason Nichols is here, and he'll pick the first bowl game, which will be the Bahamas Bowl, temporarily renamed the famous Toastery Bowl in Nassau, Bahamas, temporarily relocated to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, that sucks.
That's right. This year's Bahamas Bowl is in Charlotte, North Carolina, because when I think, did Chandler make this up? Does he think Charlotte is an island surrounded by water? That will be the first game we pick, Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion.
They're going to build the court on Lake Norman. Right there.
Field.
You
should have said field. But, I mean, the joke was there.
No.
But
the setup was great.
The execution
The setup was
lacked.
great. The execution was not so good.
Yeah. Eric was at a child's birthday party at one of the Holiday Inn meeting rooms on Saturday. Saw Georgia Southern leaving on the bus. Tried to get his wife to go Tanya Harding on The Tallest Girl, but she declined. Well, you're a true action pirate, Eric. Too bad your wife doesn't have the same passion you have for this athletics program. Tyler says, y'all see the Pop-Tart Bowl where there is a live Pop-Tart mascot that gets eaten? Sounds strange. Very Walking Dead zombie-ish there. And now, boy, Jamie put that out right at the same time Tyler did. Players will eat the Pop-Tart after the game. The Pop-Tart edible mascot.
That's probably pretty cool.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Strawberry milkshake, and they discontinued it, and I won't have another Pop-Tart until it comes back.
He is on strike.
I look at the aisle every day.
I'm a classic girl. It's a tie between strawberry and blueberry.
With the frosting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strawberry milkshake, for the ones who know, you know.
Never had it. Never seen it. Never heard of it.
One of those, like.
Must be a Puerto Rican delicacy.
No. First time I ever had it, and only time I ever had it here in North Carolina. So.
Huh. Fayetteville
and Greenville, freshman year.
Okay.
Freshman year, I used to get them right there on Boulevard, Greenville Boulevard.
Bring them back, man. I'd like to try one of them bad boys. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1. We're going to check in with Double B, Brian Bailey. At 4 o'clock, live from Minji, Sean says, let's go 6-3 today. I just hope the Pirates don't have a look ahead in them, because we do have our SEC swing coming up with South Carolina and Florida after this game. I'm very excited for next Saturday, or this coming Saturday in Minji's. Try to beat South Carolina for the second straight year. Will Ezra play today? We got a lot of questions regarding basketball. We'll get some answers very soon and let you know what's going on in that game throughout today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hopefully Chandler has arrived in Minji's by now.
Maybe. Should have.
Should be getting some videos and pictures soon. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
See you, Tulsa!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Tis the season, Pirates. It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Holiday cheer is here along with our biggest sale of the year. The unbeatable Black Friday markdowns are ones you don't want to miss. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, you'll find exceptional deals on tons of brands including Springfield, Benelli, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Sig Sauer, Bergara, Henry, Beretta, Ruger, Glock, Federal, Hornady, Winchester, and the list goes on. Come find the perfect gift at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitters in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters is the store with the clothing you need to enjoy the outdoors. Shop the best outdoor brands like Duck Camp, Marshwear, AFCO, and Foul Weather Gear by Grundon. Enhance your on-the-water fun with a turtle box speaker, a pair of Bahio sunglasses, or Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Water Outfitters on Market Street in downtown Washington, right next door to Breaking Bread, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi Pirates, this is Holden Ehlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We got to know John David Baker, the new offensive coordinator of the Pirates. Got ECU basketball about to tip off. Got to talk about the fallout from the college football playoff and championship weekend. Right now, a lot of Pop-Tart discussion going on in the YouTube chat. Brown Cinnamon Man, says Jamie. Those are good. I like those. We've got some Team Unfrosted in the chat. Cherry for Luke. Todd likes grape. Chad likes s'mores. Michael Winstead likes blueberry. How about that? I mean, everybody's got their own favorite. Very cool to see. Mike P has a interesting take. He says, toasting Pop-Tarts ruins them. Team room temp Pop-Tarts.
I'm on that team.
Oh, yeah. I'm the same way.
Ruins, though? That's a very strong word.
Ruins, no. It doesn't ruin
I think that's
it.
a little strong to
Exactly.
use. But I do like them just straight out of the packet.
I'm fine with that, but I certainly wouldn't say if you heat one up, it ruins it. It still tastes good.
Yeah, it still tastes just fine. But you would, I think if you heat it up, it has to come with a glass of milk.
Agreed.
Fine. Mr. Leroy Jenkins 5 says, sure am seeing quite a bit of transfer portal guys leaving us. Clip, I asked the other day if you guys were concerned of any that had left. I know the portal just opened up today, but just wanted to pose the same question. Concerned?
Well,
concerned.
Here's the question: are they leaving because of they've graduated and maybe they have other aspirations? Maybe not access to scholarship money.
I mean, right now
there's a variety of reasons to go into the transfer portal other than what most people would think is dissatisfaction.
There are a handful of players that I would really, really hate to lose, and I've not seen one of those enter the portal yet. Keyword yet. Could definitely happen. Richard Pierce played some on the offensive line. Jason Schufert, Xavier McIver. We know those names from the D-line. Outside of that, really, Lath Margin was a kickoff guy. But outside of that, are you devastated? You don't want anybody to leave. Isaiah Foote played football here on the line. And you want depth and everything, but now you gotta replace them. So none of these names really on the list are super concerning to me. No, to answer your question. This is the first wave of them, but let's see. Mr. Leroy also says, do we think we see guys committing to us in the portal? Well, of course. We better, or then we're going to be in trouble. The idea is that it goes both ways. We are going to get guys out of the portal just like we do every year, and you'll probably see that number increase every year. But yeah, certainly we're going to be getting some guys. Jamie says with the new OC, it may take time for players to commit to ECU. Leroy says, I guess I'm also curious if it's based in dissatisfaction, but who knows? Well, again, these guys, a lot of these guys haven't played, so are they dissatisfied with their playing time and want to go somewhere and maybe transfer down where they could play? Yeah. I don't get caught up really into why guys are leaving, just because it's rampant across college football. It's not an ECU issue. It's a college football issue. It's a college athletics issue. So are you trying to ask, is there just major culture problems with ECU football? I don't think so. If that's your question, I'm going to say no to that question, would be my answer.
No, I just think that for those who may not be able to see as much playing time as they would like, the transfer portal is an easy way to go somewhere else.
Maybe people look. There's a million reasons that you might want to go closer to home. You might. Your high school coach just got a job at a school, and now you want to go where he is. Your uncle lines you up with NIL money with another school or something. Like, there's a million reasons that things could happen, but and everybody's got their own reason for leaving. So I don't think it's a big deal. It's just for. And look, I grew up in an era where this didn't happen. I still remember being young and my dad, like Clifford Rozier, transferred from North Carolina to Louisville in basketball, and it was like so taboo. And I was like, man, nobody ever leaves Carolina basketball. There's a Duke guy, Chappelle. What was his name? Chappelle. Didn't go to Michigan State or something. I was like, wow, a guy's leaving Coach K's program and
I remember
going somewhere. This is like in the 80s and 90s that I'm talking about right now.
I think. Oh, you're talking about transfer. The first one that popped into my head was Elton Brand, but he was the first one and done.
I mean, that was a big deal.
And that was a big deal back then because nobody left. You know, most college students that went and played for whatever university, they would stay for 3 years and then they would leave for their senior year if they left that early. But Elton Brand, if my memory serves correctly, was like the first Duke player to go one and done.
I'll Google that up.
And because I remember going to a game and it was such, he was
there
a
2
second.
years. Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was one and done.
But still at that
time. But
time.
at that time, it was very unheard of at that particular time. And particularly from Duke to leave and go and declare for the NBA.
So I think for older people, this is very jarring to see. Like, Joe, you probably don't even like bat an eye at it, do you?
No, I think because ever since I got the conscience of sports, like, really, I mean, all it is snaking. I mean, you got LeBron going to Miami to create a super team. I feel like people are going to choose situations that only benefit them.
Yeah, everybody's looking out for themselves.
Yeah, and so the loyalties back then aren't as, I guess, strong. The business, I feel like the players understand the business aspect a lot more now than they did back then.
Well, and it's so easy to leave. It might suit some of these guys better to stay. It might suit them better to leave. Like, everything is not the same. There's gray areas in all of it. So I've accepted that. Look, I just like watching the games. It's still entertaining to me. I still love sports. Yeah. I try not to get wrapped up into all the crap that goes on with it. Tyler said, like workplace loyalty. You don't see it anymore. Exactly. If I was offered double the pay to go do radio down the street and leave Pirate Radio, I'd say, see y'all. Peace. We can still be friends, but just lose my number and we won't be friends. I don't care.
I look at it differently. If someone came to me that was outside of this profession, this radio profession, and said, here, I'm going to give you, let's throw out a number, $100,000 to work for me.
Then what?
You'd eat my dust.
Yeah.
I'd be gone. But I would not take another radio job.
For $100,000?
No.
Okay.
No.
I would. I got family to feed.
Well, I mean, so do I. But it's a different loyalty thing for me. It's a different loyalty thing for me.
Well,
and plus, in radio, because
I letter to you today. And I opened it. And it's $100,000 to go join 108.9. The dude.
The dude?
The dude.
Is he a dude or is he a, what was the other?
It's DEWD, the official Down East Wood Duck station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, $100,000? No.
Yeah.
No.
Can I take it for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Because sometimes the more money you make, the harder you have to work. I pretty much like my hours right now.
Jerry says, Clip, you'd really leave us for Wolfpack Radio?
Let's go down to Tony.
I'd send it down to Tony. Eric says, Clip DiBiase. Everybody has a price.
That is true.
Good stuff. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll go out live. I need the remote control because I need to turn it over to ECU basketball. Pirates and...
Which one, the little one or the big one?
The little fella, the Roku. Maryland Eastern Shore in East Carolina, live from Minges Coliseum. We'll check in with BB when we return. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
This holiday season, let the magic begin with Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package. With classic decorations and a tasty custom menu, your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Happy holidays from Hilton Greenville.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Get holiday shopping done today at Naughty Life in downtown Washington. This is Gina from Naughty Life, and our store is stocked with the best gifts for your family and friends. Need a new Yeti cup or cooler? Then you can find it here at Naughty Life. Looking for some jewelry, sunglasses, or cool new apparel? Come to Naughty Life today. Also remember, we offer free gift wrapping and great customer service that will help you find a gift for the hard-to-buy person. Enjoy less holiday stress and more fun at Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
With the holidays approaching and a new year right around the corner, now is the perfect time for a review of your home, auto, and life insurance with a trusted and experienced agent. This is Brandon Manning from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call me today and let me provide you a free quote that could save you money in 2020. My clients always have my cell phone number, and I'm available before or after business hours to meet with them. Call me at 531-1812 to schedule a review and get a free quote. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's a clip.
All right, game underway at Minges Coliseum. Pirates 3-0 on a Quinn DeBunge and one. Ezra is back. He's in the starting lineup. He looks spry. Hadn't made a shot yet. Just turned it over. But looks good out there. Maryland Eastern Shore does not look very good. I saw the spread at around 17. Anybody else see it? Did you see it? I thought that's what I saw.
17? No.
I thought that's what I saw. And Maryland Eastern Shore has just hit their first shot. Do we have BB? All right, we got BB on the Pirate Radio live line. He is live in Minges Coliseum for some Monday afternoon basketball. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. Ezra Asar just hit a shot inside, and he got fouled on the play. So you'll see that in about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, you're way ahead of us.
No, I was listening to your description. I was like, man, that happened about a minute ago. Boucher had that three-point play, and now Ezra's got a shot at it.
Yeah, East Carolina definitely out-athleting Maryland Eastern Shore. That has shown early, and we hope they can put a game together today. Bailey, you hope there's no look ahead because you got some good ones coming up with South Carolina and Florida. And I don't think UNCW was looking ahead to ECU, but things like that happen because they had Kentucky next, and they lost to East Carolina and beat Kentucky. So you just never know when they put the ball out there.
You really don't. That was a stunner from Saturday. I mean, that was incredible. I thought UNC Wilmington brought a really good basketball team here to Greenville. I think they had a bad shooting night. I don't know how much that was ECU defense or how much that was just a bad night. Probably a combination of both. But the Pirates played really well and got the victory. I had no idea they would go to Kentucky and even compete. But UNC Wilmington went to Kentucky and won the game. So that was something.
Pike says, seems like basketball would start later on weekdays. Well, of course, they normally do, Pike. This is a one-off, and they have a women's game coming up after this game, so maybe trying to get a little more attendance for the women's game, I guess. But, yeah, you won't see many 4 o'clock afternoon weekday starts on the schedule. This, I believe, is the only one, other than if it is, of course, a holiday, Bailey.
Yeah, when I first saw it on the schedule, I was like, man, I didn't know that we had an early holiday in December, and we don't. But it's a 4 o'clock start. Pirates up 5-2. Ezra had to get checked out. He had some blood from his finger. One of his fingers got cut, it looked like, but he's on the free throw line now.
I mentioned ECU's win over UNCW, and how about the play of Bobby Pettiford, Bailey? Great to see Bobby come in and make an impact right away, and he was awesome against UNCW. And I remember seeing him in one game in high school against Turquavion and Farmville Central in a big regional final game in Minges. Did you cover him a lot, or did you get to see him at all in high school?
Not much in high school, no. Just whenever the regionals came around.
Yeah.
I remember a little bit about that. I knew he was heading to Kansas, and that was a big interest. And then we talked to him the other day, and we asked him if Joe Dooley, if Joe Dooley had a chance to work with him any, and he smiled and said, "Dooley's my guy." And then we sent a picture of Midor, myself, and Bobby to Coach Dooley, and he kind of laughed at it and sent it right back, saying that he'd worked with all three of us. But he was very complimentary of Bobby, and I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to him or not, but he's really a good kid, and really just you can kind of tell he loves basketball.
Yeah.
You can almost see in his eyes he loves being on this East Carolina basketball team.
No doubt. I just saw Mike and Drew Steele, so I'm looking for Bailey. He's usually not too far from them at ECU games. Where are you at, Bailey?
Right down. I was sitting right down there where their seats are, but I don't like that seat that much because the players all stand up whenever the Pirates do something. So I moved behind the basket. I'm sitting in the student section behind the basket.
All right, there you go. Brian Bailey joining us live from Minges Coliseum, East Carolina. From my standpoint, up 6-2. Do we have a different score, Bailey, where you are?
No, still 6'2". Count just missed a 3, so
all right.
Still 6'2" with we're almost at the 16-minute mark. Next dead ball, we'll have a timeout.
Bailey, saw you a couple times earlier today. First for the Brian Bailey Show, and how about Coach Hud? Greg Hudson, was awesome having him back inside the Pirate Radio studios. Enjoyed y'all's talk earlier today.
That was a lot of fun. Coach Hud is, he's a long-time coach. He's been around the system, and now he's kind of working on the other side of it, working with NIL deals and that kind of thing. I really didn't know he was doing that until we got together, but it was very informative. If you didn't hear, we were on an hour early today because of the offensive coordinator press conference, but it'll be replayed at 6 o'clock, and he had some great information as far as NILs and that kind of thing. So Ezra just went off to the locker room, so I'm not sure what that's all about. He may be having to get patched up for that cut on his finger, but he just left the court, so we got to get him back in there.
No doubt. I need to get these guys healthy. You got Brandon Johnson, who's left a couple of games early and missed a couple of games. Ezra's been banged up, so I need to get a full staff out there. Greg Hudson, great guest earlier today, and then Bailey saw you at the introductory press conference for John David Baker. What was your first impression of Coach Baker?
Well, I talked to Coach Houston, and he shared the same thought with everybody today, but he had told me that they were trying to, figure out if he wanted to go with an experienced offensive coordinator, one that had been around, or if he wanted to try to catch lightning in a bottle with a young guy that had, some new ideas and that kind of thing. And I think when it all was said and done, he really liked everything that John David Baker talked about. It was interesting to me that a lot of people were saying, hey, it's the air raid offense coming, but he kind of emphasized that the run, it all starts with the run. And I know Pirate fans don't want to hear that, but when you have your running game going, that opens everything up. And I've always been a fan of the running game. It's just that we haven't had one, for a while. And when we do have one, I think that good things happen for the offense.
No doubt, and very confident young man, and kind of down to earth and kind of subdued as well, very laid back. I did ask Coach Houston, how much hands-on will he be with this offense? And he made it pretty clear in his response, Bailey, that this is John David Baker's offense, and he's going to do what he can to give him the tools to succeed. But it sounds like kind of a rough Lincoln situation, that this, just like it was Lincoln Riley's offense, this is going to be John David Baker's offense.
Yeah, and he came to Greenville. Lincoln Riley did. I think he was 27 when he came, and John David Baker is 33. I asked him, I said, Coach, when you got in trouble with your mom, did she say John David? Because when my mom said Robert Bryan, I knew I was in trouble. And he goes, no, with me, it had to be all three names. So when she said John David Baker, I knew I was in trouble.
So hopefully Mike Houston's not saying that during the season. And
exactly, yeah.
So what's next, Bailey? Finding these offensive pieces through the portal, is that priority number one right now, including a quarterback?
I think that's part of priority number one. I think the other priority, he's got to evaluate that staff and decide, who he's going to work with on the staff and who he's going to try to replace. And I don't know where they stand on that. I'd asked Coach Houston that before, and he said he was going to let his offensive coordinator work through that. And we asked again today, and he said the same thing, that he's going to kind of evaluate it, look at it. And, being that young, you don't know, who he's got on his, quick wish list.
Right.
But I'm sure he's got some, I'm sure he's got some guys out there that have worked with him before. And so I'll be really surprised if the offensive staff stays intact. I think there'll be a change or two.
And not a lot of familiarity between the two. In fact, John David Baker said he's known Coach Houston for like 2 weeks now. So it's not like they're going back and reconnecting after years apart. Kind of a first-time deal here. John David Baker, no ties to Greenville. He did say, when I asked him about what do you know about ECU, mentioned some names from rough staff with Clay McGuire and Brandon Jones and those guys. So he said he called those guys. They told him Greenville was an awesome place, and sounds like he's ready to roll.
Yeah, and I think that when you look at it as far as what Coach Houston wanted out of the deal, I'm sure Coach Houston talked to a number of people that had worked with John David Baker before, and these are people, and you know how it is in every business and every aspect of life. I mean, when you're trying to hire somebody or work with somebody, and you want to find out as much information you can, and you're going to call people that you trust. And so I'm sure that he had plenty of conversations with people that Coach Houston trusts, and he looked really, really excited about it. And Coach Baker's going to coach in the bowl game with Ole Miss, but he said, make no mistake about it, I'm a Pirate. I'm a East Carolina Pirate, so it's going to be a busy time for him and his family trying to move here from Oxford and trying to get everything organized and trying to get, signing days coming up pretty soon. I think the offensive players will be excited when they find out that John David Baker is the offensive coordinator.
Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, what do you think of the college football playoff? Did they get it right, in your opinion?
I don't know if you could get it right. I think that, with only getting to put 4 teams in there, I still think Oregon could win it all. I think Georgia could still win it all. They won't now because they're not in the playoffs, obviously. But I think when you get to 12, like they're going to next year, I think it'll be a much better system. Of course, then we'll be arguing about who was 13 and 14 and 15. But I just think that, I think Florida State deserved a spot in there. I'm sorry, but they played a tough enough schedule. And even, not having their quarterback because of an injury should not have come into play. But I don't understand how we look at some things. And then we put Liberty. They put Liberty in a New Year's Six bowl, and they had the worst strength of schedule in the country. I mean, it just none of that stuff made sense to me. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, obviously, because they're a lot of fun to watch. But and you can see in that one Zoom, Georgia and Florida State previewing their bowl game with both coaches in a Zoom, and you can tell neither one of them wanted to be there.
Yeah. Brian Bailey joining us here on the Pirate Radio Live line. Your Cowboys, that was a wild one on Thursday. Did you get to see that one after the ECU game, Bailey?
Yeah, I was back at the station working on stuff. Usually I can weasel my way off. I've got so much, seniority at the station. I can usually weasel my way off on a game when the Cowboys are playing on a weeknight like that, but I really couldn't this time. So I was trying to work and watch the game at the same time, and it was kind of the game that the Cowboys needed, because they needed to show they could beat a good team, and they needed to show they could fight back in a game and win one. So I think I think the race to the finish in the NFC is going to be crazy, because I think Detroit could be the number 1 seed. San Francisco obviously could be the number 1 seed. It could be Philadelphia, or it could be Dallas. But those are 4 pretty good teams right there.
I did not hate seeing San Fran take it to Philly yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Monday Night Football coming up tonight, Bengals and Jags right here on Pirate Radio. All right, Bailey, I just heard an eruption, and let's see what that was from here. We got Ezra with it. We got Ezra going baseline for the layup. That was pretty. Bailey, enjoy the game today. You catching both games? You going to cover the women's game as well?
Oh, yeah, we'll be here. We're checking it out. Shot clock's about to run out. Ezra put it up at the buzzer and hit the rim. That was a pretty good shot for the big man, because he was a long way from the basket. But the Pirates lead it right now 10-7 with 12-11 to play.
All right, BB, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, but anytime.
Brian Bailey live from Minges Coliseum, a very rare afternoon ECU basketball game. Right now, the Pirates up 10-7 on Maryland Eastern Shore. Look, you always want to play good. That you hope this is kind of just a game where the Pirates can coast. It's not always that easy. It's hardly ever that easy when it comes to East Carolina, as I get to see Ezra's shot here at the end of the shot clock that misses. But they've got some big names coming up. I don't know how good the opponents are, but South Carolina and Florida coming up next for East Carolina. South Carolina here at home on Saturday, and then they'll be on the road the following Thursday in a neutral site game against Florida. And we'll be here with a watch party coming up for that one. Looking forward to it. Mac McCarthy has said he will join Chandler and I for the watch party. So hopefully Coach Mac will be with us as we watch East Carolina and Florida coming up in about a week and a half or so. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more from earlier today at the press conference. East Carolina introducing us to John David Baker. Jamie wants to know, is John going to do a live segment from Minges? He said he's available for one. Do y'all want to hear from Chandler? We might call him at the end of this hour, see what's up. We'll do that. We got a lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Try to keep a memory,
The holiday tradition is back. It's the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater. The Nutcracker will be at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU December 9th and 10th. Saturday has a 2 p.m. matinee and a 7 p.m. evening show. Sunday has a 2 p.m. matinee. Get your tickets now by going online at tickets.ecu.edu. Proceeds from this event will benefit the Maynard Children's Hospital at ECU Health and Medical Center in Greenville. Celebrate the season with the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
The holiday season is here, and Russell's wants to be Santa's little helper. The fall arrivals at Russell's are amazing. Whether it's the great collection of men's suits and sport coats, the beautiful dresses and casual attire for women, or the new collection of Barber outerwear for both men and women, we have you covered. Russell's Clothing has served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for over 40 years. That adds up to a lot of Christmas smiles. Our signature gift wrap is beautiful and free. Put us on your list. We'll both be glad you did. Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has the answers. Give Scott Harris a call today at 347-1857. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
R.J. Felton's three is good, and the Pirates have tied it at 13, 10:36 left to go in the first half against Maryland Eastern Shore. First of two from Minji's today. Who do the women play? Do you know off the top of your head, Shirley?
It's a doubleheader, so it's Maryland Eastern Shore as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like that.
6:30 is tip-off scheduled for tonight.
So they just all came on the same bus and are ready to go. Okay, yeah.
That's
Maryland
old
Eastern
school
Shore.
right there.
Yeah.
That's the way we used to do it back in the day.
High school style. All right. Pike asking in the chat, did you see the three-quarter court shot that was made by player the other day for the women's basketball team? Oh, did we? That was our very own.
I know. Money Mike was money.
Micah Dennis.
Micah Dennis
Drained it. It was a beautiful.
And made it to the ESPN Sports Center top 10.
Good. Something about Minji's, that magic.
I love how she tried to play it off like, it's whatever. Then the teammates got active, and she couldn't help but smile.
Same side of the court too, because the women sit opposite the men. So Bobby's to win the game was on that side of the court, and Micah's to end the first half.
And Micah's was deeper.
Oh, way deeper. Yeah.
Micah's was deeper.
And just looked very fluid. Looked easy.
That's what was crazy. Micah looked like she was taking a three from that distance.
Yeah.
To where Bobby P looked like he heaved it from full court.
I don't know.
Come on now. Let's look at the replay.
I thought Bobby's was pretty effortless as well. Chad says, has anyone talked to Joe and Angie? Is this a joke, Chad?
Obviously.
Are you setting up a joke? Did I walk into the trap? Jamie says that magic fairy dust clip waves at Minji's to make it all better. I hate not being there today, but we'll be there on Saturday.
Are you in the stadium for Micah's as well?
Negatory. Oh. I was not. That was Saturday. I was in that stadium later. You said you were going to volleyball. Did you?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Hey, I did, and I got my fat ass in one of those nice purple chairs I was talking about the other day.
How was it?
Comfy.
Very comfortable.
That's awesome.
Very nice. So, big fan.
Give us your review of the purple seats.
10 out of 10. Would do again.
Any cons? Any pros?
Is it better than Section 213?
From a comfort standpoint, absolutely. I have no cons. Lily and I enjoyed our time. And JC, I took a picture of him from across the way. He was sitting courtside. And he said, man, I need to be going to these more often. This is my first one. So it was fun. It was, unfortunately, it was the last volleyball game this year. But they'll be back next year in Minji's Coliseum. Let's hear more from earlier today. Oh, Chad said, Joe Mama. And Chad asked, have I seen Joe and Angie? The punchline is Joe Mama and your daddy.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And Chad, you have been banned from the treasure chest for one day. You cannot win today. Good luck tomorrow. We will open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the first time. Coming up this today in the third hour. So stay tuned for that. All right. Bailey mentioned this a moment ago when we talked to him on the Pirate Radio Live line. Mike Houston was asked, will John David Baker decide on the offensive staff? Who is retained? Who comes from the outside? And here was his response, cut 3 from Mike Houston.
So he and I will work together to ensure that he has an offensive staff that is prepared to implement his style of play to the fullest extent. So we're both in discussions on it.
All right. Mike Houston was also asked the feedback he had received and seen so far on the hire. This is cut 5.
I think everybody's excited. I think our players are excited. they're going to meet him officially here in a little bit. But I've got enough stuff over the weekend that they're energized by this. I think our fan base, if they're not excited already, they will be the first time they see us line up this spring. But I think that my feedback I've gotten from people in the industry is that we made a very solid choice.
Mike Houston there. I don't know who decided. I kind of blame Mike Krzyzewski for it, but who decided that flopping was just going to be a part of the game of basketball? I don't think that's how Dr. James Naismith designed it. Good grief. Quentin DeBunje just went for the big-time hammer jam, and the ball bounced almost a half court. He tried to yam on somebody. Now Brandon's trying to yam. He gets blocked. And we're just getting blocked by these Maryland Eastern Shore guys.
When it comes to flopping, I think I'd honestly blame soccer. A basketball player watched a soccer game, saw a guy flop, got away with it, and said, I'm going to try that. And
yeah. There's a lot of Americans that are like, man, I can't watch soccer. There's too much flopping. And then they'll go watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
And it's just like the same. Now, the difference is in soccer, they do act like they need their leg amputated.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you have to sell it. And it works.
I guess shame on the refs, right?
Yeah,
for
make better calls.
Yeah, and it wouldn't happen. Jamie said supposedly they were doing away with flopping. Well, have they? I see flops. I saw the worst call the other night of my life when Brandon Johnson got called for an offensive foul when a UNCW player was flopping in the lane. Chad says Duke and LeBron. That's who to blame.
Duke, yeah, especially. LeBron, okay, I guess.
I don't necessarily know. Well, I mean, for the longest time, they took a lot of charges.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily call him
a dolphin on that court.
Well, I mean, Shane Battier was probably one of the best to ever do it at Duke in terms of taking charges, but I wouldn't necessarily call it flopping. They just took a lot of, it's a 50-50 chance you're going to get either a blocking foul or a charge.
It's fake. A person that big is not affected the way they act like they are. Shane Battier is like 6'9". If I brush across him on the sidewalk and my arm accidentally hits his, he's not going to fall into the road.
No, you're the one moving.
But if it happens on a basketball court for some reason, he's sliding across the whole damn court. Well, exactly.
I just think LeBron was worse at it, in my opinion.
Okay, he is.
He was awful. I mean, he was like one of those soccer players that, you get a barely touched and all of a sudden you're losing an eye. I mean, true. That's it's kind true. Of... Yeah, exactly.
I like when they look like they're bleeding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's so many times where a player will act like he's hurt and then, cover his face a little bit and smile at the camera.
Yeah.
Playing up to it.
And those are the ones that irritate me the most. I mean, if it's a close bang play and you get kind of knocked over but just because your momentum is taking you there, that's fine. I don't argue with that too much. It's the ones that it is so blatant it's not even funny, and those are the ones that get called. I have a problem with those.
Here's the thing though. Now with the new replay system, you replay it, the guy gets a yellow card. He gets a punishment, so why don't they adapt? Basketball adapt.
I agree.
They acted like they were going to do that 10 or 15 years ago.
And they never did it.
I don't feel like it's enforced that much. Chad says, Cliff, what was your favorite part of the charge drill in middle school? None of it. I hated it. We had a bag, if I recall, and they hit you with the bag, and you got to cover your jewels and do a flop, basically, on the basketball court. Jansen says hockey has an embellishment penalty. Basketball needs to implement something like that. That's right. If you flop and get called for it, you're off the court, and it's 5-on-4 like a power play in hockey.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome.
There we go. Let's take it out of the game. Now we're coming up with solutions. We're not just up here being and moaning. All right. John David Baker. Why did you decide to accept the position here for offensive coordinator at East Carolina? Cut to.
There's a couple things for me. Just obviously the next step for me in my career was to go run my own show and call plays. So that was the first thing. But when you look at this conference is a great conference with a lot of good schools and programs, and so the chance to go do that at what I consider a high level in a great conference was something that I felt very strongly about. And then once I got into it and started talking to Coach Houston more and more, and got a feel for the kind of person he was, it was really a no-brainer for me.
A no-brainer. Brian Bailey asked a couple of questions regarding this offense. First of all, generally speaking, what will the offense look like with you here as the offensive coordinator? Cut 3.
It's going to be one that you feel like is always on the attack. We're going to be extremely aggressive. We're going to take our shots, and we're going to play at a pretty good tempo. That's something that I firmly believe in. Obviously, something that we've done the last 3 years at Ole Miss and had a ton of success. It's going to be simple for our kids. They're going to be able to go play, and anytime they step on the grass, step in between the white lines, they're going to know exactly what they're doing. They're going to know how to do it really fast. So, in a nutshell, I would say that's what it is. It's going to be an aggressive style, one that I think the fans will find really exciting.
And the follow-up to that, Bailey asked, does the run set up the pass, or does the pass set up the run?
Yeah, for us, everything starts in the run game. I think sometimes, just with my background, there's probably a little bit of a misconception of getting tagged as an air raid guy, and don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of those principles in what we do. But for me, everything starts in the run game and builds off of that, whether it be RPOs or play action game. Everything starts up front, and when we get the run game rolling, that's when this thing gets really, really special.
That's John David Baker. More on that coming up in hour number 3 of today's show, along with the treasure chest, and we'll open up 40 bowls in 14 days. Big hour 3 on tap. We've got a lot of flop talk and most hated Dookie talk going on in the YouTube chat. Eric says Grayson Allen has to be the most hated Duke player of all time. Am I right? No, you are wrong. That would be Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
Christian Laettner.
They did an entire 30 for 30 about it.
Yeah. If you're going to do a little bit more, I guess, I don't want to say modern day, but a little bit more recent, probably Grayson Allen and J.J. Redick. Those two guys were probably the most hated Duke players.
Yeah. Tyler says Laettner, most hated Dookie. I would have to go.
Yeah, Laettner was one of a kind, or as Jeff Charles used to say, surely he's a different breed of cat.
Who would you say is the most hated Tar Heel?
Like is Rashid hated or beloved? Like
he's beloved.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I hate to be against him. Sure.
It would be Hansborough.
I was thinking Tyler.
Easy, yeah.
But let me not.
Either him or Eric Montross.
Yeah, I would say Hansborough. Hansborough was a little floppy and spastic out there.
Oh yeah, electrifying.
I don't think he was electrifying. He was
when he would block
goofy.
A shot and flex on you.
Jamie says Hansborough. Yep. Jack says, I thought flopping was the tech now in college basketball. Well, it's supposed to be. I remember they introduced the
what?
Start throwing the flop thing out there.
Look at the side camera.
Isn't this how they do it? What's the flop signal? Isn't it?
Is that the flop signal? Because that looks like an Italian telling somebody to take a hike.
You're flopping here. Quit a flopping.
What are you doing?
Callum Richard at the line hits. Why are we playing from behind against Maryland Eastern Shore?
Why are we always playing from behind?
What are we doing?
Hello.
Let's see. Tyler says Hansborough. CL says Hansborough, not even close. Chad says Rashad McCants. Yeah. Eric says, I can respect Redick and Laettner. They were really good. Allen was just the epitome of a spoiled little brat. He's still playing, right? He's still in the NBA. Yeah.
Where is he playing at?
He's on Utah last time I know. He's on the Suns. He's on the Suns.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely Laettner for me. Leitner can't go to Kentucky just like Montross can't go to Indiana. Why can't Montross go to Indiana? What did he do? I'm unfamiliar with that. Callum Richard back at the line. East Carolina down 23-19 to Maryland Eastern Shore on a sleepy Monday in Minges Coliseum. There's a few folks there, but it is not the atmosphere it was for the UNCW game the other night. That was a fun one. This one looks pretty dead in there, which is to be expected on a Monday afternoon.
So are we number 15 in the country now?
Who's we?
ECU.
In what?
Basketball.
How is that?
We beat UNCW.
No, I think our loss to USC Upstate took us out of the top 25. People were celebrating that like UNCW beat Kentucky, so like we could beat Kentucky. Hey, let's beat USC Upstate first. Yeah. Let's try to finish off Maryland Eastern Shore before we start talking about beating Kentucky. We'll have our chance at a SEC team. Coach Mack sent me a tweet. And how about the success North Carolina, the state, has had over the SEC? UNC Greensboro and North Carolina beat Arkansas. North Carolina beat Tennessee. UNCW won at Kentucky. App State beat Auburn. So North Carolina has dominated the SEC. That's got to mean something good for the Pirates when they take on South Carolina and Florida, right? You would hope so. You would certainly hope that would be the case. All right, let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2. By the time we get back, this game better be tied or ECU better be winning. We're losing to Maryland Eastern Shore. And we can't get a rebound!
I do have a little bit of news. Our buddy Garrett McGinn was on the last time we touched base with Garrett. He had signed with the Buffalo Bills to be a practice squad member. He is now back with the Arlington Renegades of the XFL, which is the team that he won a championship with.
The XFL.
Yep, so McGinn will be back on the football field, this time in the XFL.
Back at it, McGinn.
Back at it, McGinn.
Thank you for that update, Shirley. We'll take a time out, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have up to 15% off 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee second and third rows. Also this holiday season in November starting 2023, up to 10% off Ram 2500 and 3500s. And also this month and going forward, we have oil changes as low as $34.95. That's right, folks, $34.95 oil changes here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make a perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
And then it was 2 seagulls.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You can even call your aunt, who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's quick helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store quick helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Feliz Navidad.
The time is now to celebrate your holiday fiesta at Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Chico's is the perfect place to get all your dear amigos together for some Mexican food and fun this holiday fiesta season. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. Also, remember to put a smile on your amigos' faces this holiday season with the perfect gift, a Chico's gift card. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Happy holidays from Chico's.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovations and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. We've got our biggest name to date in the transfer portal for East Carolina. Got an update for you.
Uh-oh.
Another fancy letter. Thanking God.
That being said.
Thanking East Carolina. Thanking Coach Houston, Coach Harrell, Big John. There's a clue. Thanking Coach Harrell on the defensive side.
Uh-oh.
And Shirley, you said it. With that being said, I'm entering my name in the transfer portal and will be a grad transfer, 1 year eligibility remaining. Signed, Taylor Jackson.
Oh.
Taylor Jackson, starting linebacker for the Pirates. So that is the biggest name as of yet to enter the transfer portal. So, just passing that along. That puts us up to 22, I believe. Mason Pop, Zion, Foote, Copeland Samples, Allen Pierce, Shuford McIver, Hayes Young Jackson, Wilk Doddard Moss, Carson Smith, Capriotti Margin, Chapeau, Winstead, Garfield. 22. 22 in the portal for the Pirates. Maybe their decision is coming from watching this ECU basketball game. Because, I'm about ready to get in the portal. Pirates down by 5 to Maryland Eastern Shore. I know they're going to make a run. I know they're going to win. But how about a wire-to-wire victory? How about
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
How about an easy one?
Why does it have to be so difficult? Why do we have to claw and scratch every game?
Yeah, don't like it. Eric wants to know, how young is Clip in that Chico's holiday commercial? Sounds like the peach fuzz was still growing in. Chico's.
It's been a while. It's been a while since that spot's been produced.
I need to
But it's a good one. We go back to it every year.
I need to go back to the archives and get some young Clip. They want some young Clip rock. Tyler said, want to see some young Clip? Check out the hamburger eating contest in the archives here. That was a long time ago. The Hardee's Thick Burger contest.
Whoa.
What do we got?
We have a slight skirmish.
Oh, good. You're ahead of me, I guess. I got Ezra, Spin. Oh, we got hacked pretty good. They just said, man, why'd you do that? Uh-oh. Who came in? Brandon? Brandon came in a little aggressive, it looks like. And everybody's okay. Everybody's fine. Nothing coming about it. Let's see. I mean, Ezra got hacked pretty good. He's smiling. It was Brandon could have got a T, if anything, for coming in hard, kind of looking out for his teammate there. But that was just a hard foul. Play on, guys. Come on.
Give and go. That's good.
Play on, player.
Now, what are we doing? We're going to review something. What are they going to look at? Ezra got fouled hard. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. Are they going to call something on Brandon for...
It's possible. That's what I think they might be looking at, is because Brandon came flying in when initially there was nothing going on, and then he kind of bumped into whoever, I guess, fouled Ezra. And that's when the kind of semi-skirmish started.
Justin Bear and Morgan Ehlers and Pirate Owl looking on, trying to get the word. Big Daddy Brian Smith, Don Edwards. Man, all the stars are out tonight. I saw Cliff Godwin was at the game, too. I'll tell you, he's not at the game, me. And right now, I'm kind of glad I'm not at that game. So there can't be anything on the foul. It's got to be on Brandon for maybe inciting a riot, escalating the situation.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely that.
I like how Brandon keeps the same face the entire time. Never changes his face. How's he doing in your class, Joey?
He presented a project recently, because we all did.
Did it go well?
It was the 30-minute project I was telling you about. It went well.
Enough said.
The group did well, and he was just like he is on the court, a focal point of that project.
Yeah,
it was good.
Hey, does he smile a lot in class?
No.
Yeah.
Back corner type guy.
Back corner 3 type guy.
Well, like right next to the door though, so.
In and out. Do you ever see like coaches, or does anybody check on the athletes to see if they're in class or anything? I know that used to go on. I wonder if that still goes on.
Well, they usually leave that to some of the managers and equipment managers. I've actually even heard some of the recruiting girls will have to be in charge of that stuff too. So they kind of have their spies.
Are you a snitch? If they asked you, what would you say?
I'd never do that. Yeah, homie was in class.
Yep.
Putting in work.
What do we got? Do we just got free throws? Can we play on people? What are we doing? We're still waiting on some free throws. Will Ezra make these free throws? I'm going to say he goes 1 of 2. What do you say, Joey?
It's 2 for 2.
Y'all are ahead of me. You might already know.
No, because I'm doing something else.
Oh, okay.
Just mystic over here.
First shot, up, and good.
Trained.
Perfect.
Still can't even see it.
Sorry.
He's got a great stroke. He needs to make them all. He's got purple hair. Second shot, up, and good. Easy peasy. Pirates trail by 3. Jason Nichols in the house. So here's what we got hour 3. More from Mike Houston and John David Baker. We'll dive into Jason's thoughts on the college football playoff. Did they get it right? What did he think? What did he think of Liberty getting into the Big Time Bowl instead of SMU after they knocked off Tulane. We will begin 40 bowls in 14 days and open up the treasure chest. It's all coming up in a massive hour number 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Ezra muscles his way down and scores, and the Pirates have cut it to 1, 28-27, 2:30 left to go in the first half. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Steve says Chon is leaving Minji's now to get to a Pirate Radio staff meeting.
That happened 3 hours ago.
Go, Caleb. Go, Caleb. Got the steal, little elbow, and he gets swatted and sent to another dimension. But it'll be Pirate ball out of bounds. All right, back with you after this.
I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stahn. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earned 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted number 1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
'Tis the championship season. That's right. Not only did Honda bring home 6 dirt bike championship titles this year, they're also bringing home big savings on your favorite motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. And now you can see them all at Ron Ayers Motorsports during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. Is your family ready to hit the dirt? Then check out the CRF line of trail bikes. And during this holiday season, if you buy a CRF 50F or CRF 110F, you'll also receive a Lawrence Brothers replica throttle jockey graphics kit. Talk about getting in the holiday spirit and saving big. Are you itching to head out on the open road? Then hop on the iconic Goldwing. It's the ultimate touring machine, offering the latest in comfort, luxury, and technology. The Honda Gifts That Go sales event is your chance to embrace the holiday spirit and some amazing deals. So whether it's a 2-wheeled Honda, ATV, or a side-by-side for the whole family, head to Ron Ayers Motorsports on Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. But hurry, because these offers won't last long.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Okay, honey, the holidays are almost here. You know we're hosting, right?
Yes, dear.
Did you get those things done that I asked you to do?
Yes, dear.
Really?
Yes, dear.
You cleaned the gutters, pressure washed the driveway, and replaced our HVAC system?
Yes, dear. Doing it right now.
Really? Because it looks like you're sitting in your chair watching football.
I called Delcor. They got us a brand new HVAC unit for just $120 a month.
Wow, $120 a month? That's pretty good.
And for only $30 more a month, we got the Delcor service plan that covers preventative maintenance and repairs, including parts and labor, for 10 years. That's them.
Wow, that is a great deal. Well, the kids and I are going out. Enjoy the game.
Yes, dear.
Visit DelcorInc.com to find out how you can get a new replacement HVAC system for under $120 a month. With top-of-the-line manufacturers like Trane. It's hard to stop a train. Go to DelcorInc.com or call Delcor, the service professionals.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you
money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville and online at carolinacalibercompany.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Maryland Eastern Shore hits one at the end of the shot clock to tie it up, a prayer. It is 31-31. Pirates will have one final possession here of the first half. And we'll give you the play-by-play. Jason Nichols will be my color analyst. Pettiford's got it, Jay Nick, and he's going to dribble it out, top of the key. Nice pass into Ezra, and he's going to get fouled. A lot of fouls in this game, and Ezra will go to the line with 4 seconds left with a chance to give the Pirates a halftime lead. Jason, welcome in. How you doing, man?
What's up, Clip? Doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. Busy day today. We were introduced to the new offensive coordinator. Pirates work fast to bring in an offensive coordinator, and that coordinator is John David Baker. I'd never heard his name until last week. How about you? Are you familiar with John David Baker?
I'm not. Can't say that I know anything about him.
33-year-old coming in from Ole Miss, was the tight ends coach there, was the co-offensive coordinator there, and said today he wanted to run his own ship. He was ready for his opportunity and spoke like a veteran coach. Said he's very prepared and has been waiting for this opportunity. And I don't know, any thoughts on the hire from an ECU standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, we hit a home run. I think it's a guy coming from a system that's been very successful, you know, with Lane Kiffin. And the thing about coming from a place like Ole Miss, unlike maybe coming from Alabama, some place like that, is they're not necessarily at the top of the pecking order in that league. So for them to be successful, they have to do some things a little bit differently than everybody else. So they've been able to go in there and be creative and you know, create opportunities for their players. And that's the creativity that you want when you look at this hire, is being able to bring somebody in here that can come in here and do what we've been used to here at East Carolina, and that's put points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and there was a name that when you saw the short list with Chad Morris and then I believe Bailey from Ohio State. Some people were a little worried about Bailey because I think of what you just talked about. Ohio State's bringing in the best guys. How much is he actually having to get after it? So from that standpoint, you'd rather maybe have the guy from Ole Miss rather than the guy from Ohio State?
No, in my opinion, I think you would, just because, like you're saying, I mean, when you're at Ohio State, you can hand off whatever inside zone or power. You can run
everything works.
It's going to work pretty good there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you understand the numbers in the box, they cheating another one down there, let's go with a little RPO or play action and try to hit them over the top. And then you got Marvin Harrison Jr. over there that, I mean, you just throw it his way, he's going to get it.
Let's hear more from John David Baker. Some cuts we have not hit yet. Shirley cut 6. He was asked what attributes he's looking at for a quarterback that fits his system.
The first thing, he's got to be a proven leader. He's got to be tough. Those are the first two things you got to look at, because I can't ask that guy to get in the huddle and those other 10 guys look at him and them not know that or feel that. So he's got to be that. From a attribute standpoint, we love a guy that's extremely accurate. Feel like that's something that you can't you can't really coach. You can tweak some mechanic things on guys. You can fix their feet here and there, but for the most part, if a guy's accurate, he's accurate. And so that's something that we look for a lot. And then we love an athletic guy. You know, having the ability to mix in some quarterback run game when we need it. Get yourself out of trouble because, you know, a lot of times, and we've found it with the guy that we've got at Ole Miss, Jackson does a great job of bailing us out when things don't go well. And so having that extra element is something that we want to try to find as well.
All right, and man, not to pile on, I don't think ECU had that guy that could go into a huddle and 10 guys really, you know, believe in, you know, with Mason Garcia and Alex Flynn. I think we had that in Holton Ahlers. I know we did with Carden, and we can go back to the 90s, Jason, and you know who's operating that offense and you believe in that guy. And some of that you got to earn, and to no fault, Alex and Mason, they hadn't had an opportunity to really earn that before this year, and I just don't know if they were able to earn it during the season.
No, that was definitely, you know, evident as we went through the season that there wasn't just a true leader on the offensive side of the ball. And you typically always want that in the quarterback position because they're the guys that are touching the ball on every play. They got a chance to do something on every play. And it's hard sometimes when you're at other positions, maybe a old lineman that's truly, you know, a leader up front because, you know, being tough, you know, you give off that toughness that you want as a team. It's good to have an old lineman that's, you know, sort of a leader. But, yeah, that quarterback spot is pretty important. And we didn't have that. We just, for whatever reason, and I get it, those guys didn't have time to do it, but sometimes that's a character trait too, because one of the best leaders I had, his name was Cody Wells when I was at University of Louisiana Monroe, and he was our backup quarterback. But I tell you what, man, he could lead our team. When he went into the huddle, it was no drop-off because he was that type of guy. And so you want to recruit all your quarterbacks to be that type of guy when it comes to being a leader, because that role is so important to your success on that side of the ball.
Charlotte's here, cut 7. He was asked how important it is to get the right quarterback in here for this team in 2024.
That will be my main focus because if we don't have a quarterback, nothing else really matters. He's in this offense, in any offense, if you don't have a quarterback, things get really, really hard. And so my job is to go find some guys to add to the pieces that we've got in the room. And the guy may be on campus already. We don't know that. That's for us to go figure out over the next 8 months. But I do know this, the more guys, more quality guys that we can add to the room and create real competition in there, somebody's going to come out on the other side and they're going to be the guy that we want. And so that's my whole focus. That's everybody on this coaching staff's focus, is going to just add guys to that room so we can get a real competition and figure out who the guy's going to be.
So yeah, he did leave it open that, hey, that guy might already be in the locker room. I don't think that's the case, and I don't know if he knows enough about the roster, but I think that Mike Houston might know that's not the case too. They're going to have to bring in a guy. And Jason Wright, when he said if you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter what you got, you said amen. So,
amen.
You agree with that?
Man, I totally agree with that. That's why you sign and I've been around guys, Doug Martin, Todd Berry, these guys. You sign 2 or 3 quarterbacks in a signing class because you just don't know who's going to eventually become that guy. So that gives you a little wiggle room to make sure that I hit on it. You know, you got things that you see and that you watch on film, but that doesn't always tell you the true story of what this guy's going to do, be a leader. Can he be a gamer? You know, he said about getting when the play doesn't work. You got to sometimes be a gamer. The best players, I used to always tell my players, look, man, you can't be a robot. Like, you know, the game of football, once they say hut, everything is changing. If you're a robot, you're going to get left behind. Sometimes you just got to go out there and be a gamer, and when things break down, you know how to go play the game and ad-lib. And to me, I say that becomes backyard football. Which, you know what, sometimes these kids, they haven't done that in their life. They played it on Nintendo or something like that. They don't go out and play in the backyard the way, you know, kids used to. But having that quarterback that knows how to ad-lib when something breaks down is a tremendous asset to have.
John David Baker, cut 8, Shirley, was asked how long he has known Mike Houston.
I've known Coach Houston for all of about 2 weeks, maybe. No, he and I had we had no previous relationship. Had a first phone call a week and a half ago, maybe. But just like Coach Houston probably did a lot of research on me, I kind of did the same and just reached out to as many people as I possibly knew that had any kind of connection to him, because that was my whole deal. Was just like it was mentioned earlier, I was in a great situation at Ole Miss and loved it there, loved living in Oxford. And so for me to go, anywhere or leave there, it had to be the right situation and more importantly with the right people. Because if you're not with the right people, this is not real fun. We spend way too many hours up here working and trying to do things right, that if you're with people you don't want to spend a lot of time with, it can get miserable real fast. And so once I got to know Coach, I started to realize very quickly he's the type of man built on the right things. I like to say, he's cut from the same cloth as I am. And so that was something I felt strongly about and felt comfortable in coming here.
All right, Jamie, by the way, says Jason just showed his age with a Nintendo reference. I feel you, Coach. Yeah, he didn't go Xbox, didn't go PlayStation. At least he didn't go Atari. He went Nintendo. I kind of like this, Jason, where it's not a case of Mike Houston giving a job to a buddy or being – it almost feels like it's a little uncomfortable bringing in a guy you don't know, but saying, I like, what you're doing and you're – I guess the ladder you've climbed, and we're going to give you this offense. We know it needs to improve. We know we need to do something drastically different. So it almost, the old phrase, be comfortable feeling uncomfortable or whatever it is. So I kind of like that. It's not an old hire or somebody that he's worked with in the past. I think it's unique.
Well, listen, sometimes in this profession, coaches are afraid to go outside of their network, for whatever reason. But the best thing or the best experience I've ever had in coaching was coming out of my comfort zone. And that was when I went to go coach running backs. I had been a receivers coach for 15 years, and I had played receiver, and done all those things. But when I got into that running backs room, I had to grow. I had to go and study and call and meet and go here and go listen to this guy speak and be like, yeah, that makes sense. And so sometimes coming out of that comfort zone, man, there's growth there for you to get better. And that's what'll happen, for Coach Houston and all those guys, being around him, learning how to defend his offense now, that's going to help you from a defensive standpoint just as much as anything. So that's a big to do for Coach Houston and for him to step outside and take a chance on somebody who shows that they have what it takes to be here.
Cut 9, Shirley, what coaches have been your biggest influences in your career thus far?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I feel I've had a unique career path. I do not take a ton of credit for the things that I know or in the offense that I run, mostly because I feel fortunate. I'm who I am and where I am today because of the guys I've been around. I'm 33 years old. I've worked at 4 different schools now, and just the guys that I've worked with, starting even all the way back when I played in college. Like my head coach was Chris Thompson, who's the associate head coach at Florida State. My high school head coach was Sterling Gilbert, who was the offense coordinator at the University of Texas a few years ago. And then on to North Texas, working for Seth Luttrell, who obviously in the state of North Carolina did a great job at UNC. Graham Harrell, Clay Helton, Jeff Levy, Lane Kiffin. Those are guys that I've gotten to sit in rooms with for a lot of years and kind of develop what it will kind of look like in the fall. So it's, like I said earlier, got to spend a lot of time in the air raid with Graham and Seth. And that's kind of the basis of what we believe on offense, as far as just keeping it really simple for those guys and letting them go play fast. And we're just going to out-execute people, and we're going to do it at a high tempo. And then the run game piece, obviously coming from Ole Miss, that was always kind of my hope and plan, was to be able to kind of blend the air raid with the old school Baylor system, kind of the veer and shoot and then vertical passing game. And that's kind of what you see at Ole Miss to an extent, and probably we'll try and carry on here a little bit. But that's kind of where it derives from. And like I said, I've been fortunate because I feel like I've been around, some of the best in the country.
All right, Jason, he's speaking your language there with some of the principles of the offense. What did you think of what he had to say there?
No, that is true to the 10th degree, because you're only fortunate by the guys that you sit in those staff rooms and learn from. I know you guys have heard me say this name throughout the season. I say Todd Berry. I say Doug Martin, Steve Logan. The reason why I put those names out there is because those are offensive-minded guys. I've sat in some rooms with some other guys I could name that are in some pretty good places right now, not half the coach that those guys were. Now, they're sitting at some bigger universities right now because they hit it and got hot and whatever. But I sat in some rooms and I've been like, man, this is what we're going to prepare and go give our kids to go win? I mean, I've been shocked how some of these guys get into these positions, and I'm like, wow. And you know, the thing that I never want to do, and most coaches in this profession, I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. I don't want to be. I want to be able to learn from somebody and be like, man, that's great. We can add that to what we're doing. We can get better. It's frightening when you go in there and you're like, God, dog, there's nobody else that can think outside this box of what we're doing. That's why, you know, the RPO system, I'm afraid of RPOs because the one experience I had and all we did was every play was an RPO. You lived and died by how well the quarterback played.
Right. Well, and we saw some of that early this year, I think, where we talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's so, but to have different experiences to draw from, air raid. He talked about the Baylor system. That was interesting because we stole that stuff when we were at ULM. We went to the wide splits with the receivers. It's what USF is doing with Alex Golish down there. It's basically the Baylor system. All they're doing is spreading you out and saying, hey, let's count the box. If they cheat this guy in the box, guess what? We're going to throw it out there to the receivers. If they go ahead and stay 3-over-2, we got exactly what we want. We're going to hand off inside zone, and we're going to let it rip. And we're going to do it at a fast pace to keep people off balance. So, you know, so he's had different experiences that he can bring to the table, that he can grow from. And because it's going to be an experience because he will be a first-time play caller like anybody in that seat. So it's going to be some growing pains that he's going to go through.
Yeah, and he talked about simplicity of it too, Jason. Is that kind of what you were talking about there, where it should be easy for the quarterback to read what they need to do, and then, you know, simple routes with the receivers, stuff like that?
Man, that's the goal of whatever you do is to be as simple as you can and be able to disguise it. And that's where, you know, I think sometimes when I've listened to Air Raid, I think sometimes those guys and not just typical air raid, that Baylor system, those guys are built to go so fast that they don't motion and do all that type of stuff. I also like to see in motions and stuff because it makes the defense have to communicate. It tells the quarterback what coverage they're in. It also tells the receivers. If a receiver, somebody's going in motion, other receivers aren't watching to see what that guy's doing, they're dumb because they should be watching because it's telling you what you're getting ready to go face and what type of route I need to go in with. So having all those different experiences will be good for him, and it'll be good for us.
All right, I asked John David Baker what he knew about East Carolina, what his perception of East Carolina was before taking the job. Cut 10.
Couple things. So I knew a lot of people just from my ties to kind of that whole Mike Leach tree, as far as guys that have worked here before, Clay McGuire, Brandon Jones, those guys that were here with Lincoln and them. And those were guys that I called during the process of like, hey, you know, what do you think of this place? What do you think of Greenville? All those things. And every one of them said the same thing. And they're like, dude, that place is awesome. Like it is a legit place that the sky's the limit. And so that, and then just seeing from afar, obviously, you know, you have a ton of crossover tape and just seeing this place, seeing the fan base, that was probably one of the things that attracted me the most. Like coming from an SEC school in a small college town, you get that same feel here. This is an SEC town now, and these people care about this program, and that's what fires me up because now we're going to go put something on that green grass that these guys are going to really like to watch every Saturday.
All right. He said all the right things, Jason. You see a lot of guys win the press conference. I think he picked up his first W today. Doesn't mean anything, but got some folks excited at least about about him being the offensive coordinator here at ECU.
Yeah, he did. I think, I didn't hear the press conference. I'm hearing the snippets now, but that is true. I mean, East Carolina, that's one of the things I used to pride myself on when I brought recruits here is, hey, listen, man, this game day environment is like none other on this in the group of 5. And you take pride in that. And even when I played here, man, the crowds, I mean, it was a home field advantage when we went out there. So much so when you go on the road and you play some of these teams like Tulane when we used to go there and some other places that wasn't as packed. When it was Tulsa was another one. Yeah. Those are downers when you're on the road. You just got to go and say, hey, we got to bring our own energy today now, because there's nobody here to excite us. And so you got to be ready to go. And for him to do his homework and understand that, that's good.
One big question, Jason, that, I heard a lot during this process. Will Mike Houston, let the coach take over the offense? How hands-on will he be? Well, I asked Coach Houston that today. How hands-on are you going to be with this offense? Or is this, John David Baker's offense? Surely this is Mike Houston cut 4.
It's his offense to run. I'm not going to call plays. My job is to support him and support our offensive coaches and support our players. And I'm going to make sure he has everything he needs to be successful at a very high level.
What do you think of that, Jason? He says, hey, this is his offense.
Well,
go to work.
That's good. I mean, that's why when you're a head coach, you want to hire quality assistants so they can go and do their job. And it's, and give them the freedom to do and play whoever they need to play and do whatever they need to do to go win games for you. And I think that was probably the biggest thing about this season here was, you heard so much stuff. He's not. So for Coach Houston to put it out there and no, he's going to call his own offense. That's good.
And I believe I saw where this was a 2-year contract, Jason.
Wow, good.
Which is, I know as an assistant, you are all for,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anything over 1, you're down with.
You take 2.
All right, so there you go. John David Baker, new offensive coordinator at East Carolina. Pirates putting up some points on the court now, a couple of buckets here to start the second half. They lead Maryland Eastern Shore 36-31. All right, we'll take a break. When we return, we'll open up. Well, I know everybody's been waiting for it. We'll open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the first time in 2023. We got some awesome prizes, and you can be winner number 1. We'll do that on the other side and have more here on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Hello, this is Kelvin Rawls with Pestec at Greenville, your East Coast exterminating professionals. Most people think that winter slows down pests, but it actually brings them closer to your home and family. Pests increase foraging for food and shelter and are carriers for disease, harmful stings, and other problems to threaten and disrupt your life. Don't let fire ants or mice move in with you through the cold season. Call Chris Rhodes and Pestec and visit us online at pesttechgreenville.com. Let Pestec ensure that you have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas pest-free.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Make your holiday shopping a slam dunk this season with a gift certificate from Beauty Bar Medi Spa and receive a free gift. Or put the ball in your court by shopping our 12 Days of Christmas flash sales, December 7th through the 22nd. 12 days, 12 different sales, offering tremendous savings on all Beauty Bar Medi Spa services and products, such as Botox, filler, laser treatments, RF microneedling, facials, hair removal, and more. The shot clock is running on your time to shop. Gift wrapping and shipping are available. BeautyBarMedispa.com.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Defense! Defense!
What are you doing?
You haven't heard? Carolina Hardscapes has the best defense in Pitt County. And you know defense wins championships.
What? No. They have the best fence company in Pitt County.
Wait, they do fencing now?
That's right. Just give them a call at 364-1201 and they'll get the job done right. And don't forget, they still do patios, pools, and mulch.
Wow, now that's a championship caliber company. Carolina Hardscapes. Enjoy the outdoors.
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters, we are the best specialty store in eastern North Carolina for fly fishing with the best rods and reels. We have a custom rod and net builder right on site, Camacho Rod Works. Look your best with some of our new outdoor apparel. Everything you need to chase fish on the fly is at Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street, right next door to Breaking Bread. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. We are Pirate Waters Outfitters.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you're buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3,
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And get ready to saddle up at a Buck and Bull Night happening at the Buck next Thursday, December 7th from 9:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. Do you have what it takes for the longest ride? There is prizes for first, second, and third place, and they are inviting you to come compete or just enjoy a night full of fun. Entry is absolutely free. They'll be offering free bull rides, and they'll be giving away free swag while supplies last. Once again, that's at the Buck. It is a Buck and Bull Night, Thursday, December 7th from 9:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Hi, Jason, you ever ridden a bull before? Mechanical or real?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
It's not in my DNA to be riding a bull.
I hear you. I was at some kind of like church camp thing when I was a kid, and we were riding horses in the mountains, and it was the first time I rode one, and kind of lost control of it a little bit, and I was like, man, this thing runs down the mountain. I mean, I'm like, what am I doing here? And that was the last time I ever sat on a horse.
No, I'm telling you.
And I'll leave it to the cowboys out there.
No doubt.
And,
this thing don't have brakes.
Oh man, yeah. I didn't wasn't a big fan of that. Yeah, we need to get you, Joe. You working the bull? No. No. Said the Buck. I figured you gonna get on it.
He's going to be working security, but I don't think he's going to be riding the bull.
No, I probably won't be working the bull because I think I might have the night off because it's finals week, so I need to get things going.
Get things going?
Yeah.
Does that mean you need to start, like...
I need to start looking at some books.
You need to go buy your books this week?
No, buy. Come on. They've been read. Chapter 1.
All right. Good. Good luck to you, buddy. Jason, how did you feel about the college football playoff and the teams that will be competing for it?
Wow. Like everybody, you can go either way with it. I for the most part, I thought they got it right. With Alabama being that, I guess the third team in. I guess they were the third or the fourth. They were the third team, right?
Who's that?
Alabama.
Alabama is number 3. Right. Well, is Washington 1 or is Michigan 1? No, Michigan's 1, so Bama's 4.
So Bama's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then the other one is Texas, Washington.
Yep, Texas. Okay. Those were the ones. When I watched all those games this weekend. And to me, I'm going to tell you the most impressive team I thought was Texas, man. Really, really like what Sarkisian does over there as a coordinator, man. He's done a heck of a job with the program, just bringing that program back. They've always had big-time players come out of Texas, but for whatever reason, they weren't going there, and they were leaving and going up north and places like that. But he's done a good job, man. They look like they're the real deal. They can score points. I know that.
Would you have had Florida State in?
No, especially not after I watched the game on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Once I watched that game on Saturday night, there was no way. And then I watched what Texas did, because they would have been the ones that I would have been, because you had to think that whoever won between Alabama and Georgia was getting in. There's no way they were keeping either one of those guys. Definitely if Georgia won, they were in. But even if Alabama won, those guys were going to be in. So Texas was the one that I was kind of hesitant about, but man, they look real. I don't know how you could have kept those guys out either.
Yeah, I mean, to the argument of we're putting the best teams in. Well, if that's the case, isn't Georgia one of the best 4 teams in college football?
I totally agree.
So where are they? Why are they not in?
Well, the thing that also came about that, when you start diving into the rules of what the committee looks like, they said also a coach and a player can affect whether or not a team is selected into the Final Four like that, correct? And so that was part of it. And let's just face it, because the other thing, they were undefeated, conference champ. I mean, all the things that you're supposed to be to get invited into the Final Four. But man, they just did not pass the eye test. And I'm gonna be like everybody else with this statement. A lot of that probably had to do when we watched TCU last year, get in there and just get destroyed. And so you're like, that's not an interesting game to watch. And so let's get the 4 best teams. You're right. If we're saying truly the 4 best, I agree with you. Georgia, I don't know how they go from being undefeated, winning 28, 29 in a row, and then now they're sitting at home. They got probably more reason to be upset than anybody too.
Yeah, right. And look, I don't feel bad for anybody. I don't feel bad for Florida State. I don't feel bad for SMU getting left out. But what did you think of Liberty getting the nod over SMU?
Yeah, I'm pissed off about that. Just from the league standpoint, right? That's money our league can make.
There's that part of it, but they're also leaving the league, and they don't.
Well, let's let them make some money for us on the way out. And the thing is that who did? All right. You don't get ranked just by beating a bunch of no-names. You should not get ranked for beating no-names. I think I saw something where they had the worst, schedule and strength of schedule, whatever they look at. And, because they didn't beat anybody.
I'm looking at, did they play? So they didn't play a Power 5 team all year. I ran the table at 12-0. And now they get a date with Oregon on January 1st.
That'll be 100-0. Well, 100-14. They'll score some points. I think they'll find a way to score some points.
Well, Oregon doesn't care about this, and who knows if Bo Nix will even play. But
he probably won't. But especially if he's looking after his NFL career. But they still going to have better players than what. Liberty's going to have. And the speed and size that they haven't seen all year is going to be a difference in that bowl game.
Well, we're going to 12 next year. This would have been a good year for it with, Georgia and Florida State on the outside. But the The rules are the rules, them the rules, and that's what we're going to deal with this year. So who do you like to win it now that you know the matchups?
You know what? And this is, you heard me say it. I'm going with Texas.
You going horns up?
I'm going horns up. And if it's not Texas, I'll say Alabama.
I tell you what, Washington, and I've been picking against Washington. They just keep doing it, man. I'm very impressed with them because Oregon looked like a machine heading into that game.
Oregon, I really did think going into that game, Oregon was going to beat Washington. I really did. And then when they took the lead to go up 24-20, I think at the beginning of the second half or whenever that was, I was like, okay, they're finna go ahead and start, putting these guys away. But you're right. I mean, Washington kept fighting back, and they've had that all year. They've had to win a couple games late. And you know what? That is a true testament of a championship team. One of the things our coaches used to always stress to us was like, you got to be willing to go win the game on the last play of the game. And I bought into that. We bought into that because he was right. When you get two good teams on the field playing each other, it's typically going to come down to the last few plays of the game.
Speaking of last plays of the game, Jamie in YouTube has a question for you, Jason. ECU's down 4 under 2 minutes left. Pirates have the ball. Who is calling the play? And if the head coach sees the offensive coordinator call a play he doesn't like, does he nix it? I mean, if you're giving it to the OC, it's his whole game.
It's his call.
I guess so. The head coach will say we're going for it or not, right?
Yeah, he'll just say whether or not we're going for it.
The coach will have a play ready.
Yes, and he's probably going to tell you that previous to that third down. He's going to say, "Hey, listen, we're going for it. So get something manageable here, so we can be in a good position to go for it and get it on fourth down."
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, Shirley. Time to open up 40 bowls in 14 days. So, Jason, we're going to pick every bowl game between now and our last Pirate Radio Live show of the year, which will be, what, Shirley, Thursday the 21st?
Yeah.
So we've got, I didn't even count how many let me count real quick. So there's, let's see, 7 on that page, plus another 7 would be 14, plus, looks like we got 8 here, 22. That'll be 7 more, 29. That'll be 8 more, 37, 41, 44. So 44 to pick, including the playoff game. Shirley, can we get the I want to hear the country version.
You want the country? I was going to ask you which version you wanted because I have 6 of them here. So.
Good. Let's go country version.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14
We have to play this song every time before we pick one of these.
Oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14
days.
40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. Mama said 40 bowls. Papa said 14 days. Mama said 40 bowls. Papa said 14 days. 40 bowls. 14 days. 40 bowls. In a 14 days. I said 40 bowls. In a 14 days. Oh, yeah.
Man, that's my favorite country music song.
That was beautiful.
It really,
that was gorgeous.
If we hit that 40 bowls, man, it does something to me. It does something to me. Jason, thank you for sitting through that. You've had plenty of time to think about, first of all, where this game is being played. It's the Bahamas Bowl being played in Charlotte, North Carolina. Figure that out.
Man.
You got Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion.
Yep, I'm going to go with Western Kentucky.
I got a dumb question I need to figure out quickly. What conference is Western Kentucky in?
Conference USA.
All right, there you go. That was my dumb question. Old Dominion, Sunbelt. Who are you going with, the Hilltoppers or the Monarchs?
Hilltoppers.
The Hilltoppers. Jason Nichols confidently picking Western
Not confidently, but I'm be bold with my statement.
There you go. All right, Western Kentucky's the pick. This will be Monday, December 18th, So a couple weeks away, 2:30 on ESPN. It'll be the only bowl that day, actually. All right, Jason, good stuff. Now we have to do another December tradition here at Pirate Radio. This is what the people have been waiting for. Shirley Rhodes, let's go ahead and open it up for the first time in 2023. The Pirate Radio Treasure Chest is open. We have some awesome prizes for you this year, including a $100 gift card to Chico's, $100 gift card to Fleet Feet. We got 4 ECU versus Memphis basketball tickets and a prize package from David Price Construction. A date with Chandler Honeycutt that we added to the treasure chest. We got a full chest, and one of you will be the first winner of this holiday season. We'll come back, get our winner on the line, so you got to stick with us. We'll introduce you, get to know you. You can ask Jason Nichols a football question, and we will find out the great prize you have won when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This holiday season, let the magic begin with Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package. With classic decorations and a tasty custom menu, your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Happy holidays from Hilton Greenville.
Basketball season is Bud Light season. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to watch a game in person or a viewing party with friends, be sure to pick up or order some Bud Light and enjoy the game. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this basketball season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game, and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Phil Perdue from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Are you struggling with weight loss? It might be 15 pounds or 115 pounds. It seems like losing weight involves too much exercise and not enough food. Well, no more. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved treatment offered by Arc Point Labs. Dr. John Bruce, a board-certified bariatric surgeon, will consult and oversee your entire weight loss journey. Transform yourself and get ready for the beach next summer. This program is safe, cost-effective, and has a physician oversight. Call Arc Point Labs today at 514-8049.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
Get holiday shopping done today at Naughty Life in downtown Washington. This is Gina from Naughty Life, and our store is stocked with the best gifts for your family and friends. Need a new Yeti cup or cooler? Then you can find it here at Naughty Life. Looking for some jewelry, sunglasses, or cool new apparel? Come to Naughty Life today. Also remember, we offer free gift wrapping and great customer service that will help you find a gift for the hard-to-buy person. Enjoy less holiday stress and more fun at Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Feliz Navidad.
The time is now to celebrate your holiday fiesta at Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Chico's is the perfect place to get all your dear amigos together for some Mexican food and fun this holiday fiesta season. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. Also, remember to put a smile on your amigos' faces this holiday season with the perfect gift, a Chico's gift card. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Happy holidays from Chico's.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. East Carolina up 11, 51-40 on Maryland Eastern Shore. 8:07 left to go. The Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubbuck. Clip Brock, Shirley Rhodes, Young Joey, and Jason Nichols here on a Monday. And we have opened up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the first time. And a familiar name. A guy that wins all the time. And
got in on the first shot, I guess.
I don't believe in all the conspiracy theories out there that this is rigged and da-da-da, but at some point I'm starting to believe that he might have the phone lines hacked, or has he's got the secret sauce, whatever it is.
Starting to believe, you know, when on the Saturdays when he would drop something off, but he's in and out, he checks on something.
Right.
He checks on something every time and then just dips out. So I think he's got us wiretapped in here.
Our winner is Steve Hill. Steve Hill, who is on the Pirate Radio Live line. Steve, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm doing good.
So, Steve, how many years have you won out of the treasure chest? Do you know?
It's in the teens. I'm not exactly sure the number.
That is nuts.
It's been a long time.
Because we have people, Jason, who we do this every year. People try to call, the phone's busy, they can never get in, and this guy wins every year.
Do you play the lottery?
You know what's funny, and no joke, I just bought a $50 ticket that was released today and won $500.
God dang. Okay, I need to go with you and let you pick my ticket out.
I'm not doing anything the rest of the year. That's all my luck. I've used it up.
Wow. All right. Big day for Steve Hill.
No doubt.
How about that? All right, Steve. Well, tell us a little bit about yourselves. What do you want us to know about you?
I am a telephone operator. No. So I'm East Carolina graduate, drive for Uber and Lyft. That's about it. Nothing too exciting for me, except I do kind of win these contests. That's my claim to fame.
He's a professional contest winner at this point. Shirley, we haven't done this. You want to do the alternating prize rundown real quick?
Why, yes.
For
Yes,
Steve
we can.
and the people? All right. You want to go first?
Sure.
All right. Knock yourself out.
$200 gift card from Bostic Sugg Furniture.
$200 gift card and facial and skincare box from Beauty Bar Medi Spa.
A pirate welcome sign and a $50 gift card from UBE.
$100 straight cash homie from Sparky Snowballs.
$100 gift card to Chico's.
Bud Light umbrella and tailgate chair and Bud Light dartboard and 2 cases of Bud Light from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
$100 gift card from the Holistic Company.
$200 gift card to Shenandoah Graphics.
Budweiser mirror, Busch Light neon, and Bojangles hard sweet tea neon, and 2 cases of Bud Light from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
$100 gift card to Flea Feet.
$100 gift card to Shimmer.
$100 gift card to Jersey Mike's.
A Buck gift basket, including gift cards from the Buck, BT's, King Max, and an NFL jersey.
4 ECU versus Memphis basketball tickets and prize package from David Price Construction.
Twisted Tea patio umbrella, cooler, and prizes packaged from the Boston Beer Company.
$50 gift card to Aiden Golf and Country Club and Farm Bureau Golf Swag package from Brandon Manning. And that is what is in the treasure chest. All great prizes, Steve. Anything in particular you would like?
I'm sad that somebody's already won the date with Chandler. That's the whole reason I called. But
it's still up here.
That's great.
It's still up here, and we can get that to you. All right, so we ready to go? Is Joey, for the first time, are you going to be the prize picker?
No. We should let Shirley do it. It's just tradition, right?
Well, I mean, we alternate who does it. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, why don't we let Jason do it?
I mean, that's fine with me. I was going to suggest Jason do it, but Ellerby.
Yeah. You want to come over here?
No.
You want me to come over there?
I'll come over there. I'll come over there.
How about y'all meet in the middle? Meet halfway.
At the door.
We're going to have Jason pick your prize here, Steve.
Sounds good.
All right. Now, I have not won the lottery, and I've been playing it, so I don't know.
All right. Jason's reaching in. Jason's pulling out the prize.
Just one.
Is that
one?
I think that's
one. Yep. All right, Jason, read what he's got here.
He has the Buck gift basket with a gift card from the Buck, BT's, King Max, and an NFL jersey.
Boom, Steve.
Nice.
You can get you a Montez Sweat or Chase Young Washington jersey.
There you go, and I'll take Chandler on a date out to the Buck.
Incredible respect.
Congratulations, Steve Hill, and good prize for you. You are a football fan. Unfortunately, he is a depressed Commanders fan like myself, so maybe we'll get a good team's jersey.
There you go.
Steve, congratulations, man, and have a Merry Christmas.
You too, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, there is Steve Hill, our first winner here out of the 2023 Treasure Chest. Bad news, you didn't win today. Good news, we're doing it all December here on Pirate Radio. Let's get another break in. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up with Jason Nichols, get his final thoughts on John David Baker being named the offensive coordinator at East Carolina, and some good news from Minges. The biggest lead of the game for East Carolina. They're up 55-41 over Maryland Eastern Shore. 7 minutes left to go in Minges on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
Take a break, come back, get ready to wrap it up after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Hey, Pirate Nation, join us at Fleet Feet for our Wednesday pub run on December 13th at 6:15 p.m. for the Carhu Teddy Bear Trot. This event is a toy drive to benefit the Children's Hospital, so grab a stuffed animal and bring it with you. Every runner who donates a toy to the drive will be entered to win a special raffle prize from Carhu. We'll also have Tiebreakers food trucks serving up some tasty food for us that evening, so come dressed in your holiday best and show off your Christmas-themed running gear. We can't wait to see you at Fleet Feet December 13th at 6:15 p.m. for our epic Teddy Bear Trot. Merry Christmas and go Pirates!
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
Are you having a hard time participating in the activities you love due to pain? Well, then you need a good stretch or perhaps a massage. At Bodies in Balance, they offer massage therapy, assisted stretching, and Graston techniques to help provide solutions. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. Mention Pirate Radio to get your first free stretch and your first massage for only $1 per minute. Call 916-4530 to get on the schedule, or you can visit them online at bodiesinbalance.com.
With the holidays approaching and a new year right around the corner, now is the perfect time for a review of your home, auto, and life insurance with a trusted and experienced agent. This is Brandon Manning from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call me today and let me provide you a free quote that could save you money in 2020. My clients always have my cell phone number, and I'm available before or after business hours to meet with them. Call me at 531-1812 to schedule a review and get a free quote. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Ryan McChrystal from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 41 points and closed at 36,204. The NASDAQ was down 119 points at 14,185. And the S&P dropped 24 points, closed out the day at 4,569. Now, that is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call 756-6900 in Greenville. And Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, getting ready to wrap it up here on a Monday. Pirates trying to put the finishing touches here on Maryland Eastern Shore. They lead at 61-44. Hopefully can go ahead and cruise to a victory here and get ready for South Carolina. They'll try to beat the Gamecocks for the second straight year. R.J. Felton had a big game against this home state team last year in the win over South Carolina, and we'll get him in Minji. Should be a good crowd in there on Saturday. Looking forward to that. All right, Jason, as we wrap it up here, what portal opens today,
yep,
right? So
open.
We've got our eyes set on, I'm sure, quarterback, but you got to think offensive line, probably playmakers as well, pretty much anything. So what are these coaches going through right now as they dive through that portal?
Yeah, they are definitely they probably the names have already been out there. Today was the first official day that they could probably make contact. But so they're going through doing their due diligence and out on the road seeing the recruits that we already have committed or maybe still working on. So it is definitely a busy time of the year right now for those guys. They'll be jet setting here for the next 2 weeks and trying to close the deal on guys we already got committed, because people will come in and try to poach you, and also trying to find those pieces that we need moving forward with the upcoming season.
Yeah, and also at the same time, Jason, so we've got a list of I counted them earlier, 22 or whatever, that have entered the portal here. How about the guys that haven't entered but are still hearing some stuff, back channels and things like that? I mean, we still got to be worried about that, right?
Man, I tell you what, right now with the rules not really being that tight, yes, you got to consider that some guys are probably still going to hear some things.
All right, Pirates up 19. Hopefully we can wrap this one up easily and get a win here. Shirley Rhodes, Joey, great job as always. We'll talk to you Tuesday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. And Jason, enjoyed it as always. We'll check in with you again next week.
All righty.
Jason Nichols, former Pirate, joining us on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll see you fine folks on Tuesday. For the crew here, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio